So, so what y'all want? What? What? Oh. Excuse me. Excuse me. What? I'm supposed to be like, I'm supposed to be like everybody doing the thing, right? If you expect me to, oh, this is for the Super Bowl. If you expect me to stop at, this is staged. If you expect me to stop at, this is crazy. This just happened. If you expect that from me, you don't know where they getting it from. Where they getting that whole, oh, I'm gonna decode this shit. Where they getting that from? They're getting that from me. And they don't know how to read things. So when people run out of how to read things, you want to know what they do. They wind up relying on things like gematria. They got to try to put the numbers in the calculator. Calculator, tell me something. Calculator spews them out 46 different things. You know what I'm saying? They got to pick whichever one applies, and they got to do another one and another one and another one. And you ask them about all these other ones, you're like, don't worry about that. I have to worry about that. You just pick it which one fits the narrative. What is the realm actually saying? If we're in a computer, which we are, the realm is calculatable or calculable. If we're in that negative positive binary computer, then it should be readable. And not only should it be readable, it should also be writable. So explain what the events mean. Events just another way of saying what happened when these numbers accumulate. Simple. When the numbers accumulate and something pops off and the algorithm brings people's attention to that thing, what is it that's being expressed? In all of these different languages and all of these different types of script expression. Simple. It's computer science. So when we really get into it, what just happened was an announcement right before. I'm going to read it off for you. And you can ask your questions. I'm doing my best to look. Right before Black History Month, there has been an announcement. After I've already made the announcement that this Black History Month, as they call it, will be a very big month for the F Black History song. Listen to what I'm explaining to you. In the F Black History song, am I not explaining, they don't want you to remember this. You're not no slave, you indigenous. Fuck how they painted them Indians. You went to war with the French and the British men. Quite frankly, you was kings, Merovingians. You understand what I'm explaining to you? So I went into depth about the whole sovereign situation, the land grab situation, land being stolen, and all of that. And I said that watch out for February because it's going to be a very big year, very big month in 2025 for the read of the indigenous people waking up again. And that's for those of you who have indigenous ancestry. Everybody may not have indigenous ancestry. Some of you may be from Africa, so don't think that it always applies to everybody. And I want people to keep going to war with each other. You got ADOS, diaspora versus these people over here, the American Indians, and y'all been doing that for so long, not looking at the fact that the key thing that y'all have in common is a gene that's expressing itself worldwide. And they've attempted to oppress those who possess that gene worldwide for generations. Okay, and pay attention to that keyword generation. That's the melanin dominant gene. You still have that in common with those brothers and sisters who are over there who suffered this way or suffered that way. But then what people do is they want to war with one another to say, I suffered more than you. No, they beat me more. They whipped you twice. They whipped me 3 times. Right? No, it's still the same type of demons that everybody had to encounter in history with these barbaric beings. Apartheid and the civil rights movement, all of that was happening the same type of way. People were dealing with it the same type of way. If you don't know, watch movies like Serafina that give you a visual representation of the type of sorrows that those children over there had to go through. And a lot of them are still going through to this day. So what is being expressed is a major concern of these people about how many people are stepping out. The movie Matrix isn't just about waking up consciously. A lot of people want to stop there. There are levels to it. Okay, one of the levels is speaking about nationality. Did you know, though, that nationality and waking up are synonymous? If I tell you, brother, you need to wake up. Okay, people think I mean claim nationality. No, to claim to be a thing doesn't make you that thing, does it? Okay, when your brother come in and say, yo, man, we got to catch a school bus. And you claim, I'm up. Are you really up? Yeah, we all had that sibling, right? Some of y'all was that sibling. You say, I'm up, and then you roll over, and next thing you know, you done missed the bus, and brother went on, sister went on and got on the bus, but you wasn't really up, were you? Okay, a lot of people are claiming that, and we watch people do it all the time. They sit on here with YouTube videos, I'm up, and then you go back and they really land there still asleep. You understand? So nationality is what they were worried about, which is why I explained to you, stop with the whole black messiah thing. There's no such thing as a black messiah. It never existed. When you're using terminology like black and messiah next to each other, it's called an oxymoron. All right? Black means dead. You're not able to do anything. You're not able to wake anybody up. Okay? So-called black means that it don't have anything to do with the pigment. That's why I said in the song Black History, I said it should get way deeper than your pigment. A lot of people see this and they get blinded. You got melanin dominant and melanin recessive black people. You got melanin dominant and melanin recessive white people. Okay, when I tell people like my son General, I say, come on here and talk to me real quick. They running. I don't know why they running. I'm like, come on and speak to me. Tamika Mallory, all y'all who got all these politicians who keep trying to put up this facade, who keep telling everybody don't pay any attention to that man behind the curtain, come talk to us real quick and let's see how much of that politics can hold up. We're moving too fast in this day and time for people to still be trying to push politics. We're moving too fast in this day and time for people to still be trying to push polarization. When you got people like Trump, who they told you to be worried about, responding to this shit faster than your TikTok and Instagram content creators did. And Biden couldn't respond to shit that was happening right here that was tragic. For months, he couldn't respond. Trump woke up right after it happened. He heard the shit. He said, what the fuck? That nigga said, now how the hell? That nigga said, now how the hell these niggas gonna do that shit right here in broad day? Look at this shit. Don't none of this make sense. And he sent it out. And everybody like, this nigga, this president got sense. What the fuck was the whole administration where shit was going on when Biden was in office? This one nigga by himself woke up and started tweeting. As soon as this shit happened, he said, bullshit. I'm looking at this shit right here. That don't even make no sense. He got people started on the conversation of don't trust these motherfuckers, something ain't right. How the fuck does a military helicopter stall out and not know how to move up or down and out of the way when they're literally trained to do that? What was the maneuver system? How did they just crash right into? How you got two different people aboard an aircraft that go to sleep at the same time? Something not right. That's what Trump said, right? Okay, Trump is blowing again. Y'all gonna listen or y'all gonna hate me? The Trump is blowing again. Y'all gonna listen or y'all gonna hate me? You got another opportunity, last call, final call, blaring. The Trump is literally blaring again. Soon as Trump got in office, he sat there himself, signed 99 executive orders, put his autograph on the bitches, and just started sending them out, sending pens to people, mailing them to people's houses, and he done shut down so many things. And you got these people say, all the freedoms we were fighting for. No, not all the freedoms you were fighting for, all the liberties that you were deboing. You were deboing the melanin dominant movement. You were deboing the civil rights movement. You were deboing the feminist movement. You were deboing movements that the melanin dominant people were pushing in their own way. You made it yours. And then you tried to integrate it with people and things that didn't have anything to do with what we were supposed to be fighting about. Sound familiar? Seemed like the BLM did the same thing. You thought it was BLM. You walked outside, you saw a black flag. You thought it meant something. You went on to your favorite celebrities' Instagram page and TikTok pages, and you saw them post black boxes and black pages and say, yo, we with you, we steady with you. And all of that is just oxymorons in their own nature. But you saw that, you say, we're finally fighting. And then what happened? Next thing you know, BLM was out there with a color spectrum flag. And you didn't even know that was coming. You just didn't have any idea that that's where they were going with it. But we did, because we saw in June 26 of 2015 that they put a rainbow on the White House. And we know why they did that. They did it on June 26 because it's Dr. Malachi York's birthday. And in his book, Leviathan 666, he was explaining about what was referred to as the hidden dangers of the rainbow. And the hidden dangers of the rainbow was a book that predated even that book. That was explaining, I think it was Cream that wrote that, Benjamin Cream. You go look into that, fact check it. But they were explaining certain things that were going to be happening in the day and time you're standing in right now, where the Luciferians or the Satanic Church or those who follow Baphomet were going to be pushing their agenda. Notice, you will see Baal with children. You'll see Baal right there with the children on his lap. Same thing like Santa Claus. When I release songs like Here Comes Santa Claus, I'm not doing that just for the holiday. I'm doing it to explain to you what's really going on. Baal, Baphomet, Santa Claus, they're all the same. Wonder why Brother Panic, Bobby Hemi, the rest of them was teaching you to follow after Baphomet is because they themselves were lost. They were not awake. They were saying, I'm up, I'm up. But they were still under the Knights Templar. Everybody up under the Knights Templar that worship up under the Knights Templars and all the rest of their gods, they follow after Pan, Azazel, Baphomet, Baal, and the rest of these so-called demons or fallen angels, as some people might say, who their whole thing was to push for the pedophilia, all of the different lawlessness, sexual immorality, and everything so that it could be made regular, all right, and lawful in the eyes of the people so that people wouldn't fight against it. It's the same beings that were having people sacrifice their children to them in the biblical scripture. You understand? When people were sacrificing children to Baal. So when you brought your children to the mall and was like, yo, I'm going to put this child on Santa's lap, you were putting them on Satan's lap, and Satan or Santa was sitting there saying, what do you desire? Asking your children about their desires. And you thought it was normal. This being that was dressed in bright red, the color of the demons, the amber light, the color of the demons, the color the witches like, the color the rest of these people who vibrate under their amber light gravitate toward, which is why these people were teaching that. When you put these people in their lap, your children in these people's lap, you were saying, I hand my children over as a sacrifice to Baal. I hand my children over as a sacrifice to Baphomet. And so the Luciferians, the Baphometans, the Knights Templars, the Levi people, the one who followed, not the Levi as in the tribe from the Bible, the ones who followed Levi or Levi, the one who you see that appears on Baphomet's thing, okay, or the evil ones, he just flipped them letters around, okay, the satanic church are those who blaspheme or speak hurtful things. They were the ones who wanted to push this children shit. So you started to realize that they thought that people would be stupid enough and people weren't wise enough to pick up on it. They were pushing, oh, we're going to line up these alphabet, these letters, and let everybody just have freedom to express themselves sexually. Notice their focus was on sex. That a lot of people who come from these types of communities thought that they cared about them. Oh, the government is caring about my struggle as this person, how I've been ostracized and isolated and hated and joned on and roasted in school because of who I like or who I want to sleep with. So you thought your government cared. It's not your fault. Your government doesn't care about any of the little people. So why would you be an exception? Well, because they were going to use your movement, the same way they did to the melanin dominant people with BLM. They were going to use your movement to sneak in the pedophilia. They were going to use your movement to sneak in that Baphomet would reign supreme. That's why when they pushed that ad in front of you and said Balenciaga, right? They said Baal is the king or Baal is the Lord. All right. And they had them children sitting there with the BSM or the BDSM attire or the SMM attire and had them in all kind of compromising positions. They watched and they paid attention and they said, okay, let's see if these people are going to rise up against us after this. And y'all did no such thing. The most that you had people do is a couple artists might have burned a shoe or two and said, man, fuck Balenciaga. 2 years later, they're still wearing it. You know what I mean? Like I told you, all they do is just get somebody else like the Baby or these big artists to just, Lil Baby and them, to just put themselves back out in the limelight wearing the same brand. Then next thing you know, it's hot again. Y'all forgot that it even happened. Niggas back wearing Balenci. So you thought that meant something. That wasn't a revolutionary statement to anybody with their eyes open, though. If you really wanted to have a revolutionary statement, you would have not just boycotted Balenciaga. You would have boycotted all of the brands. You would have boycotted everything that they had going on until you found out why or how it was allowed that they were able to push sexualization of children on the masses. You would have stalled everything until you figured it out. But y'all ain't got no time for that. People, they too invested in looking like they give a damn, not actually giving a damn. So how you gonna say, yo, we canceling Baal? All right, you can't say that, right? You got to say you canceling Balenciaga, but you don't want to cancel putting goats in your music videos. You don't want to cancel the black fingernails and what that represents. You don't want to cancel emo culture. You don't want to cancel promiscuity and being pushed and Lil' Kim and the rest of them and the spell they put on all the women in the music. You don't want to push that away. You don't want to cancel drill music. You only want to cancel somebody's t-shirt, and that was the problem. And they tested you with that on two different sides of the polarity. One side was when Kanye West or Ye stepped out, pay attention, and had a shirt on, and the shirt said White Lives Matter. Y'all remember that? The shirt said WLM. And everybody, the Tamika Mallorys, the Sean Kings, the My Son Generals, everybody, they all rose up and said, huh. And now all of a sudden it was BLM again, right? And you know, you hadn't heard BLM in 2 years. I remember because I was paying attention. Most people don't pay attention. They're just strung along by current events. If you start paying attention to me, you will realize, and I'm not saying watch me and just, I'm saying pay attention to how I move. You're going to realize that I'm not being strung along by current events. Current events seem to be aligning with what I'm telling you. I'll drop an F Black History song and the current events seem to align with that throughout a whole year. I'll do an album, the current events seem to align with that. I'll do a teaching and current events seem to align with that. Most people don't move like that. Most people, they wait on a current event, then they make a video, and then you think that these people are on hip to what's going on. They're not hip to what's going on. They're basically narrating. They become these glorified reporters, and we love that for them. We just don't love it for y'all because you think that that means they're reading the realm. They're not reading the realm. That watch this. If tomorrow, if one of the rooms collapse in the White House, somebody's going to have they're going to say, oh, see, look, the White House room, it collapsed. Shit is getting crazy. And y'all be like, oh, that's deep. No, it's not deep. It's just that these people are basically news reporters. And when did the news reporters bring you the truth? You have to be able to look at things and read them. Not look at us, look at things and read them. You have to be able to look at things and read them and know why things are happening at certain times. And so when Kanye West stepped forward and said, white lives matter, right? Everybody was like, fuck that. This nigga tripping again. Da da da. Black lives matter. I said, oh, damn. That's why I said in the Ye Not Crazy song, I said a nigga came out with a shirt. I'm like, damn, after that, I'm like, damn, niggas, is this what the fuck was y'all when all these niggas made songs about killing babies and mommies? And I ain't heard no Black Lives Matter since 2020. I said, I guess bodies got to go viral for folks to give a damn. Right? Boom. After George Floyd, ain't nobody been killed by the police. After the GF situation, nobody been killed by the police. It ain't been big enough for everybody to get outside again. Or was that something that these people use to stir up the cauldron, all right, to get people to go and put their voltage toward Biden in them? Were they trying to bide their time? Never mind. I don't know what I'm talking about. Let's get back to the regular thing. Let's bring it all the way back down here, right? Kanye West put on a shirt. That's regular stuff. We love that. And the shirt said, white lives matter. I said, he's right. He was like, oh. I said, you didn't read it. No, it literally says white lives matter. So what does it say? Okay, when you heat things up, let's deal with this. When you heat things up, they tend to increase in color. Yes or no? Yes or no? If I take this cup and I heat it up, the more energy that's transferred or heat that is transferred to this energetic composition called a cup, the hotter it becomes or the brighter it becomes. Yes or no? Okay. So if I take black and I heat it up, it will eventually become what? Stay with me. I feel like I'm losing somebody. All right. So if I'm dealing with a live wire, is it active or is it inactive? Is a live wire active or inactive? And those who know what a live wire is, you understand it is very active. When you're looking at a filament, okay, that's glowing, that's active. Okay, you look at a light bulb. Most light bulbs people are seeing, they think they're seeing the color white because of the activity, all right, of that which is flowing through, those charged particles flowing through the filament. They're seeing activity and it glows as white. When matter becomes live, it glows. And the higher that frequency is, it becomes brighter or whiter. So when matter becomes live, it turns white. Nigga said, you're reaching. They were saying I was reaching the whole Kanye West algorithm. Even though I was the one who was explaining it all the way through, right? They didn't know what they was talking about. Nobody knew. The closest people who knew what they were talking about when it came to what Ye was actually speaking on were the Moors. But nobody wanted to listen to the Moors. Everybody think for some reason the Moors just don't know anything. The Moors know a lot of things. You understand? They can explain a lot, and we'll get into that. So Kanye West put on a shirt, White Lives Matter, and he was also explaining about the Moors. And as soon as the Moors video came out, everybody was sharing it. I said, didn't I tell y'all that? I said, he know what he's talking about. When he's speaking about the white, he's speaking in terms of a status. It's that simple, but y'all ain't gonna get it. You know what I mean? You're gonna look at it for, oh, we just see white because you're thinking in terms of the statics that they gave you, or the status that they gave you, or the statistics that they gave you that never meant anything. If I give you a statue, let me tell you what in the image and after the likeness means. Okay, not from what you were taught, from what it actually means. Okay, because there are different ways you can look at it scientifically, and then it applies to the science of nationality. All right, watch this. If I make somebody in the image and after the likeness of me, okay, here goes a statue right here. This is a statue. Is anybody clear about that? This is a statue. So if I have this statue, and this statue is supposed to be after the image and after the likeness of myself, is it really me, or is it in the image and after the likeness of me? That's a statue. So a statue is not real. You understand what I'm explaining to you? So if I give you your statue, that's the stat you. Listen to it, statue. It's the stat you, or the statistic you, or the computer binary you, or the binary code you that I type up to code as you that appears in the matrix. Are you with me? Or did I lose you? One more time. If I give you a statue, that's not the real you. This is just the video game you. This is the you that when I type up your information and I give you your social security number so I can keep security or secure you as you socialize through life, all right? Or I give you your bank account number. That's what social security really is. If I give you a bank account number or I give you these credit numbers, all right, I'm just typing up your figure. All right, I'm going to certify your birth. How do you certify somebody's birth? If they're born, they're born. You ever had to certify like, nigga, I'm born. Look at me, nigga, I'm born. No, I don't believe it. I'm actually born, nigga, look. Here go my birth certificate right here. And one of these index cards. You know what I mean? Like, no, this ain't no, it's they're typing it up and you're becoming a part of the system. That's why they say, we're going to put you in the, they ain't hearing me. So if I put you in the system or put you in the computer, that's me typing you up. That becomes the stat you. All right. Then I give you, we'll say, what's the name? Meaning, what am I going to call this character? Right? Okay. They type it up. Their parents say, oh, I'd like to name this person. You know what I mean? And then they tell you the name. My name is Nature. Boom. Okay. So you don't understand that when you're saying the word name, listen, you're saying not me. Break down the word name. Not me. Is this you? No, that's not me. How could the name be me? That's just something that you typed up into the computer. Okay, so the name is not you. The image and the likeness is not you. The only thing that could be you is the living, breathing being. Not what's on paper, not what's on a bill, not what's on the gravestone or the headstone. Like I got a song called Headstone, right? And in my song Headstone, what I say? I don't need no letters on my headstone, right? You say, what is this nigga talking about? Exactly what I'm telling you. If you just keep walking with me, I will show you what I've been talking about. It might not be evident right now, right? Because a lot of people don't have the shit in themselves yet, meaning they don't have the knowledge of it yet. Okay, so the truths are not self-evident. They lie. We hold these truths to be self-evident. No, you hold the truths. Okay, you could have stopped right there. You just hold the truths. You bogart the truths. You don't let nobody know them. All right? The truth, once it's known, people are able to free themselves from it. Okay, so the name ain't you. The statue ain't you. The only thing that's you is a living, breathing you. All right? If you're able to put your breath or your fingerprint, listen to the word, fingerprint. When people say, yo, sign this in print, or you can either sign it or print. What people do, they think print means to write this not me character on the document. No, print means put your fingerprint. Now, I'm not telling you to do this because you ain't out of the system. You got to understand certain ways you got to, but just that's why I can't teach so much right now on certain things, because if you're not out of the thing, then it'll mess up the thing. Okay, so just know that as you're walking, you're already being prepared. That's why I said in the F Black History song, this is straight up real and I prepared you for it. We have to walk you step by step, piece by piece. Are you with me? So when Ye was like, I'm trying to get my people free, he was operating as Neo. Okay, meaning he had to download. Neo is just another way of saying Avatara. Neo is another way of saying Ilamutajessida. And Ilamutajessed is saying a God that comes down and gets in the flesh. All right, or downloads, or an avatar. All right, it's also saying Illa, a God who is Mutajessida, very aggressive. They have a job to do, and they ain't going to stop until they get it done. That's what Ye was doing. So that's why I had a teaching that said Ye West goes east. He was attempting to bring people out of the dark into the white, out of the black into the white, out of the dark into the light. But what did everybody do? They got mad at him. Why? Because they were already pre-programmed to reject him. Okay? People were so dependent on the system, sound familiar? That they were pre-programmed to reject him when he brought information. Are you with me? So what was the information that he brought? He was bringing, excuse me, I know you might think you're awake, but you're still asleep. You need to get out of the system. And the people turned on him. Everybody turned on him. But why did they turn on him? They turned on him because of what they crafted out of a statement that he was making about the 400 years being over. All right. And that we were at the end of that. And now it's time for people to start free thinking. Okay. And it was a choice for those people. All right. Because it was all of them, to those who did choose to align with the system. All right. They didn't have to. How do you know this? How do you know, even if they listen, Kanye West never said slavery was a choice. All right, we know that, right? Everybody who's been walking. But for everybody who don't know that, Kanye West never said that. Those words never came out of his mouth. He never said slavery was a choice. Okay, and you can go look into it. I'll give anybody $100 where you can find that interview where he was saying it, all right, and tell me if he said slavery was a choice. He never said that. Your tabloids said that. Your clips said that, and y'all ran with that. That's a Mandela effect for the future. One day there's going to be a Mandela effect where people are going to say, no, I remember Kanye West said slavery was a choice. He never said that. Those were never his words. But that was all they needed. They took that clip, 4 words, slavery was a choice. All right. Those 4 words worked enough, wooed you on the people's brains, that when Ye was finally able to step forth and try to explain publicly what he learned privately, y'all just attacked him. You understand? So he had to go into another tactic. And that tactic was back into the realm of entertainment. That's what we have to do anyway, because we're told you're not allowed to talk about this publicly. And as soon as we get ready to say, man, fuck it, we're going to just tell everybody everything, you start seeing why you can't tell everybody everything, because there's too many dominators out here that y'all look up to as leaders. They're going to pull you right back into the black thing. Anybody pushing pro-black is one of their agents. Anybody. Hey, why you remember 19 Keys standing on the stage yelling, how you gonna tell a black man this or a black man and that? Black man been fighting black. He cursing y'all. He pushing you back into the mentality of the Matrix. But they're saying they're higher level. There's no such thing. The only way you could possibly be higher level is you've disassociated yourself with that which is a part of the same matrix that's keeping people in the lower level or in the dark, or in the realm of Sophia, or the demiurge reality up under the Knights Templar, or up under the moon. But that makes sense because that's why 19 Keys doesn't have defy gravity on his forehead, meaning go against that, which is holding people down. He has the actual moon and 5-pointed star, or the pentagram, on his forehead, which is the mark of the beast, or Halal. And he's passing it around to other people, saying, yo, you put this on your head. And he's passing out the mark of the beast. And you're trying to figure out why these people are only able to focus on what they call financial freedom. There is no such thing as financial freedom. It's right there in the word, financial freedom. You gonna find out you ain't free, you dumb. That's what they trying to say. When they say financial freedom, you gonna find that your ass ain't free and you dumb. That's what I'm just telling you. You don't ask me to break shit if you don't want me to break the code and build it up. One more time. Financial freedom. Financial freedom is stupid. Financial freedom ain't something that you're going to be able to get. That's what you're going to find out. Financial freedom don't come from no bank. Okay? How you going to get freedom from a bank that ain't living? All right? How you going to get freedom from a bank that can't operate by itself? How you going to get freedom from money, paper? Look at these index cards. How you going to get freedom from this? This is what they basically do. They say, we need more of this. I'm like, what is this? And you say, yo, this is how you get free. I'm like, how? Right? So then they start switching it. They say, well, we're going to go meta. Remember when Meta first introduced itself and everybody thought it was like the masters of it for like 3 Clubhouse months? All right, you know what a Clubhouse month is. It's a long-ass month because everybody doing this. So for 3 Clubhouse months, everybody was a master of meta. Where did they go? They didn't go meta. Meta would have meant beyond, right? That's why metaphysics is also a trap, because you can't go beyond physics and you don't even understand physics. Saying that you went beyond physics means you graduated from physics. But then you ask people about physics, they don't know anything about it, right? Okay, so they introduced something called meta. People started aligning themselves with it. Say, we're going cryptocurrency. I said, okay, well then what's the code? What do you mean, what's the code? Well, the cryptocurrency, where we need to get into this because why? Meaning you need to integrate yourself more into the computer. I thought they literally showed us movies, Enemy of the State, iRobot, Matrix, the same movies y'all be like quoting, Terminator, all that. I thought they showed us that to prepare you for the fact that that's what their whole goal was going to be, to integrate mankind into a computer. So why the fuck would I need to be integrated into it? Why do I need to get into cryptocurrency? I can know what it is about. Why do I need to get into it? And then they can't break the crypto is right there. It's like they laughing at you in your face. Cryptocurrency, meaning you need to solve what the energy is that they've been using. That's what you need to solve. When they was creating cryptocurrency, they said, yo, Bitcoin, we want to make sure we create some shit that nothing that changes in the universe is going to affect this money. People say, ooh, that sounds good. Let me in. You don't get what the fuck they're talking about? That aligns with the quantum computer. That aligns with how they're trying to compute themselves into immortality digitally. So then people are like, oh, we need to go meta. Why would we go? Okay, so put ourselves further into the system. We ain't even figured out over here what's going on when you're not dealing with. So you want me to do what they were showing you in the Matrix movie, all right, layer by layer, attach myself into the computer game. We already in the computer movie, all right? In the Matrix movie, they show you the computer game is another level of imprisonment. So you want us to go further into the Matrix instead of coming out of it, right? No, you can't trust these people because they don't understand trust. How you going to trust some people that's putting you further and further away from your trust? Because in God, they trust. Every time you turn around, you look at a dollar bill that they know is fake. It's fiat. Fiat is just another word saying fake. Fiat, foo-foo, fugazi. It's not real. They know it's not real. They know that the only thing that was ever real was you living. Even the gold standard is a trick. Okay, gold can't stand up. It don't have no legs. It doesn't breathe. Gold ain't even currency or energy. Even if you were to say copper or whatever you want to call it, a conductor is not the energy. The conduit is not the energy. The medium is not the energy. The energy is that which causes for this. I can say it all day. Here go the index card again. I can say this all day. This is my index card, right? All right, cool. I put some words on the index card. This is what I might use to study. This is what I might use as notes. Whatever I put on here. Look, war on sovereignty. Boom. All right. If I give this to you, if you don't know what the fuck this say, you still don't know what that is. And the only way that it's going to have some type of value is right in the word. Value. Okay? The only way it's going to have some type of value is if you have a say-so in it. So the only currency that makes this system work is who and what? The people. Which is the soul or the energy of the soul of the living beings. So gold ain't even a standard, but they tricked you on that. They say, yo, you got to walk on the yellow brick road. So that means the gold is the only money. No, you're the money. You're just walking on the gold. You're using the gold, saying that now you're backing it. But you forget that they went through a very sad time period. They call it the Great Depression, meaning everybody was depressed. All the greats was depressed because they started to realize they were losing control over the minds of the people. People were rebelling. People didn't care about being rich. All right, especially the more spirituality was being pushed, which is why they got a bone to pick with y'all, because the more spiritual people became, what happened? People stopped giving a fuck about becoming rich. And if you stop giving a fuck about becoming rich, you're actually not benefiting them because you ain't chasing the money. Meaning you're not falling for the tantalization tactics of those who going to try to reach for it. And they say, oh, you got to be quicker than that with the real and shit like that. So you're not falling for that. So what they did was they planted people in front of you. They said, oh, you can't be woke and broke. You know what I'm saying? You know, you got to be woke and be rich. They just fucking tricked you. Those are the agents. I'm giving you the, whatever. The ones that, oh, I don't got to be woke and broke. Basically, I know a lot of stuff that I think matters, and I'm just spewing it to you, so I think that it has this spiritual ring to it, but all I really give a damn about is money. All right? Why do I have to be rich? When riches is life, like Bob Marley said, my riches is life, always. Why do I have to be rich? Why do I have to be wealthy? When wealthy is already me being able to breathe in and breathe out. You become poor when you're not able to breathe in and breathe out. When you have an asthma attack, that's when you need to get you some money. And the money at that point is, so you might have to hit the asthma part. And I'm an asthmatic. I can tell you what it means to be broke. Actually being poor means you can't breathe for shit. Being poor means your body ain't working. You're going through diseases and you got to figure out how to get that fixed. That's poor and rich. You ask people that's rich and got all this money and they can't heal their body. They know the richer they get, as they call it, they start realizing this never meant anything. It was all about wellness and wholeness of myself, my body, and my optimal. Am I dealing with disease and inflammation? So there's a fallacy world that they saying you're in heaven. No, you're not in heaven. You're in hell. Okay. If you can't inhale, you're in hell. You know what I mean? You can't exhale. You can't exit hell. Breath is riches. Okay, that's why they don't like the spiritual community. So they started putting agents in your community that were just there for the money. Okay, so they just sell you stuff. Oh, I'm going to give you a $222 crystal and I'm going to sell it to you. And that's why you got people like Rashad Jamal say, show me 25,000, nigga. You created the cosmos and you want me to show you 25,000? You got to listen to what the people say. Your divine insight, but you want me to show you 25,000? You know what I mean? Your information channels literally through the ethers on an atomic or subatomic level. You're able to access information of the cosmos from back to when it was created. And you give a damn about somebody being able to show you 25,000, not even to be able to act with it, just to show you 25. This is how you know who the agents would have actually been. Those who were fixated or focused on the material realm, all while trying to tell y'all they escaped it. You understand? So then the graphs is a little different. You understand what I'm saying? So, okay, my point is, when you start realizing that that statue ain't you, you stop operating like the statue. So it ain't about just signing some paper and say, yo, I don't no longer want to be a part of y'all system anymore. Okay, you start activating and moving and being living again. So then you take that walk. That Native American that they showed you in The Wizard of Oz was taken. Oh, what do you mean Native American? Yeah, that's what Dorothy, the door or Theodore or that god or that person who walked through that door was Dorothy. And if you pay attention to her hair, she had what some of y'all ancestors had, which was the two, what they call pigtails or the jet black hair and da 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 da. She dressed and walked like a Native American. You understand what I'm explaining? And she had to go back to the blood, which were the ruby slippers. And she had to slip back into the bloodline. And she was walking on blood. Because she understand, I'm not walking on gold. I'm not walking in no poppy field. This whole land was built off of the blood of my ancestors. That's why they say tap, tap, tap. All right, there's no place like home. Going back to the center, going back to the beginning, going back to the origin. And going back to the origin, a lot of y'all gonna find out that y'all ancestry, okay, y'all story of this realm that you're dealing with now begins with blood being spilled on the land. That's why it's so much sorrow here. Okay, that's why I say I think we not. I don't think we in Kansas anymore. You understand? Yeah, their land was taken. All right, you go back and look at the people whose land was taken in Kansas. You know what I'm saying? It's the same type of story over and over again. So this tornado was also what was the Trail of Tears. By the way, they were referring to that as a tornado, and I could show you that. I wish I had. Matter of fact, I might have a copy of it in my phone. Okay, because the Trail of Tears was a tornado that left blood, and those people who were doing the Trail of Tears work, they were the tornadoes that came through and left destruction in their pathway. 1 second. I'm scrolling down. Here you go. Yep, here you go. Right here. Right? That's the Trail of Tears. Go look it up so you understand. I'm not just the winds of this thing. I'm not making nothing up. All right? So that tornado that came through and picked her house up and threw her from her land, that was the Trail of Tears. They uprooted people and threw them from their land. So the whole point was that, I got to figure out how to get back home. You got to go back to your origin, okay, or genetic information that was there originally. You got to follow your genes all the way. That's why they got the genealogy, but they got people there that are really there to misguide people. So you think you done figured out, I'm Black Hawk, I'm Wichita, but they really misguiding people so that when you get there, you're trying to claim stuff and it ain't yours because you didn't actually belong to that tribe. So they did that too. There's a lot of evil that's going on over there. So my point is, we lost a lot of elders. A lot of our elders passed on and we weren't able to get the information from them. The elders knew the stories firsthand. Okay, or it was traditionally passed on to them. They knew who they were, whether they were Blackfoot or this or that or the third, or Creek or Cherokee or whatever, Lakota tribe, Hopi, all right, the original ones. You say, what are you talking about? Yeah, melanin dominant people were the Native Americans. I've seen pictures of my ancestors that look just like the Native Americans. You know what I mean? Dr. Melakazi York, he was teaching them that too, and your Massey Native Americans of the Creek Nation. You know what I mean? Like trying to show people he got ancestry that reaches over there too. Okay, but then people say, is he from Sudan? Is he from this person? If we got family that are from any of these places, then we, by what the definition of ancestry would be, we're related to them. Then genealogically and geographically, we're from these places too. You understand? So you could be from 5, 6, 17 different places. All right, as long as you know where you can trace yourself back to. And that was the yellow brick road or following the gold. Okay, so you follow the gold, you following the money. You follow the money, you follow the currency. Okay, you follow the currency, you follow the lie or the deception. You follow that deception, you figure out where the truth is at. You got to go all the way back to the root. So that's why a lot of, like, they got the movies called Wicked now coming out now, right? And in the Wicked movie, they really showing you that who you think is those who's supposed to be helping you break the spell, they're not really helping you break the spell. And the ones who really actually out here to help people, they try to demonize us. Pay attention to the fact that I've been wearing this Defy Gravity hat for, 2-3 years now? I've been wearing this hat for more than 2 years. Damn near. And in the movie Wicked, which I didn't know they were coming out with, that just happened. And they got another part coming out, I think, in November of this year. Okay, so it just happened. They came out with it. The main song was Defy Gravity. I'm defying gravity, however the fuck they said it. And you see the green light, right? Or the green that's on the Defy Gravity. All right, so that green skin or green aura being was depicted to be evil. Although when you look into the story, you start realizing that wasn't the evil one. It was the one who they were calling Glinda. So they're advancing the story to show you more of what was going on, right? Okay, so you got Defy Gravity aligning with what Phase 1 has been doing for some reason. Then I tell you where I found this hat at. I found this hat in Goodwill. Literally. I found this hat about 2 years ago. I picked the shit up. Oh, I like this hat. And put it on. And then somebody asked me, I think even before I seen the movie, like, oh, you got that from the Wicked play. I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm like, these niggas just call my shit Wicked? But then I get it now because that's what, even when they did the Sonic movie, Sonic 3, they showed you the different gravities. One was red and one was green. And the red one pulls you down and the green one pulls you up. I said, damn, that's crazy. Either they listening to me or they listening to me. Or you got this thing right here, which is the pen. You understand? And when you got that pen in your hand, family, you're able to write. And as long as you're able to write, things can vary. Okay? And once you can read and write, this whole realm belongs to you. And you can take it in the direction that it needs to be taken into. You with me? So watch this. You got the Tin Man, tax identification number. Okay? Or another version of a statue. All right? It ain't really you. It's just the stat you or the number you or the status or statistics you. Okay? You got the Scarecrow, who is Strawmanius, or they call it the Straw Man. That's also not a real, none of these, all these are fictitious characters. And then you got the Lion. The thing about the Lion that I was able to pick out, I remember in high school I was explaining this to the brothers who were part of Pharaoh clan. I said, once you learn contract, okay, meaning how long are they supposed to be allowed to con you based over whoever wrote this into existence before you even got here? They had from 1619 to 2019. A lot of these people. They had from 1619 to 2019. They ran out of time. When Beyonce came out with that song Already, she was explaining that. She was like, yo, you a king already. It's time already. But everybody was so wrapped up in whether or not she was a witch, they didn't want to listen to what she was saying. They didn't want to listen to what she was saying about the matriarch either, with who run the world being girls. All right. When she was saying, come on, ladies, now let's get in formation. You saw her. She had the Moors in her video. Okay, and she was talking about her, I think it was Creole ancestry or whatever the hell. She went back to her roots, and she had the two braids like Dorothy, all right, and she was surrounded by water and all of that. So people been trying to tell y'all what's going on, and it give you hints and what people were supposed to do out here or down here, really, because we at the bottom of this pyramid. A lot of people not operating up there. So when we down here, what we supposed to do is explain to y'all what is being talked about up there, because some of them can't just come out and say it. If they come out and say it, automatically elimination. You get what I'm saying? That's how they rules go. So we supposed to see, oh, that's what she mean. You see when she in that tree? That's what she mean by that. You see how she got the Moorish flag in this video? Yeah, that's what she mean by that. Why she dressed in green, da-da-da-da, woo-da-woo-da-woo. So you start seeing that this commonality is here. You got these green beings, those who are living, walking the land alive. But they start calling us wicked. Why do they call us wicked? Because we're bringing you toward the light. And we're actually showing you how to do good works. Okay, so when you're a lion and you learn how to study contract and express terms and read it, and you start operating what they call good faith and beyond, meaning you don't even really need the contract. Now you're moving beyond the tract or the time that they were allowed to con you, and you're being competent. Competency allows you to have courage. Notice that the lion didn't have no courage. He was scared. Ooh, when everybody gets, they see a 360 deal, they get afraid. You don't have to be afraid of a 360 deal. Why would you be afraid of it if you understand what it is? You know what it is. You know how to read contract law. You understand express terms, liability, miscellaneous, all of that. You shouldn't be afraid. No, people are only afraid or nervous when they know they're incompetent. Once you learn contract law and learn all of these things, you become competent. Now you got the courage to roar, okay, or put your spirit forth. Which roar just gives you ruh or ruach, and your spirit is able to travel further. All right, as far as you being able to project into the realm and lead other people in pride. Notice the lions got pride. So you take the pride from a lion, you take the courage from a lion, they become incompetent. You turn them into an itty bitty kitty cat. You feel what I'm saying? Oh, he's just an itty bitty kitty cat. Well, because he didn't have his courage. All right. So a lot of people acting like it. Yeah, y'all can listen. Standing on the stage yelling is not what I'm doing. So don't try to mimic that. Yeah, I'm watching these niggas. That's not what I'm doing. I'm not just standing up yelling. I'm not trying to imitate Tupac. I'm not trying to imitate Nat Turner. These things are in us already. We have a direction and a focal point. We know where we're going. That's where courage comes from, because we're competent. And we know that if we step our foot out here to do something, we know we can do it, and it will get done because we can and will do it. You know what I'm explaining to you? So we express a different way. That's why you have that express word there in the contract law, all right, or contract terminology. You have something called express terms, all right, meaning when you're looking at something, you really know what's being expressed through these terms. So it's the same thing with this event. Do you really know what they're expressing when you're looking at it? It's the same thing with the Bible. It's the same thing with the music industry. It's the same thing with leaders and politicians and celebrities. It's the same thing with everything. When you're looking at a thing, do you know how many different ways this thing is able to vibrate? Okay, and how many different forms it could take on. Once you figure out how many different forms it could take on, do you understand how many different ways it'll express itself from these different forms? That way, once you learn all of those, you're able to take piece by piece, follow that blueprint or that yellow brick road all the way to the behind the curtain, see what's going on behind it. But then people get distracted. To distract yourself is to go off of the track or off the road or go into the poppy fields. And that's what Drake is there to do, or the dragon is there to do. Drake, dragon, Dracos, draconians, dragon. All right. They're there to make sure that they can buy their time or drag on. They want things to drag on because when things speed up, then you speed up, as time and space are a continuum. And if time is speeded up, you're speeding up. If you're a part of it, if you're caught up, if you're left behind, go watch the movie Left Behind. All right. If you're left behind, you won't be able to speed up and you'll be left in the dragon world. So they said the dragon deceived the whole world, right? Notice that Drake calls himself Champagne, what? Poppy. Okay, a poppy is an opioid. A poppy is a drug. They said these beings are the ones who come through to intoxicate the whole realm. They want to let it be, make it be that the realm is intoxicated or under a spell of sleep. That's what Dr. Malachi York said, wake up, a wake-up call. Wake up out of your sleep. You've been asleep for too long. Wake up, everybody, no more sleeping in bed. He wrote that. If you didn't know that, I'm going to remind everybody every chance I get. Dr. Malachi York wrote that song, Wake Up Everybody. Okay, people don't know that. But those were the Blue Notes, Harry the Blue Notes, shout out to them. But he wrote the song. And it was explaining, yo, you got to teach a new way. So I really do beg of y'all, stop trying to just imitate Phase 1. Because when I get out there, what you going to do? When I'll let y'all do y'all thing for a little bit. Immortal Zen, I'm talking to the rest of y'all. I'll let y'all do y'all thing. Well, okay, we seen the rest of y'all try to do it. But y'all not talking about nothing. And then if you go live, can you do what I'm doing? Can you break it piece by piece? Can you break it down and build it up? Can you actually explain the center of all of these things that we're talking about? Do you know the initial superposition of 0 and 1? Do you know the initial 0 and 1? Do you know the initial dot? And if you do, explain it. And you should be able to explain everything. And as a matter of fact, you should be able to tell us certain things that are going to come before they come. Because it's readable, which is what I do through my music. It's readable and it's writable also. So we ask y'all, please stop doing that, because you think making people think that this shit is to be watered down and expressed into some type of TikTok video for a minute and 30 seconds or 30 seconds. That's not what this is. You have to explain it all. Where can you lead people? After you talk about the event, where do they go? Where are they really going? And if this is about sovereignty, which they're not going to know anything about that until they see my video. I'm telling you how this is going to go. And if they even try to talk about it, you're going to know they're going to have to word for word what I'm saying, because they don't know what they're talking about. You with me? All of this is to be read. Don't keep telling me about no matrix if you don't know how to read it. Don't tell me about no numbers if you don't know how to calculate. Stop just saying 2 plus 2 plus 9, 2 plus 2 plus 5, 2025 is the completion year if you don't know what's supposed to be completed. When those who've been walking with me, you saw I had a diagram that I called a livegram years ago, where I explained to you piece by piece what each year leading up to 2025, which is where we at right now, was going to be. Okay, and up to the solstice also, there's something else supposed to be happening around the solstice. Okay, from that amber light where I was dealing with all these people, bringing them up, orange, yellow, we hit the green light, science of the green light. Remember that? They would love for people to forget. Then you saw the Defy Gravity hat pop out. All of this aligns with my programming. Okay, and then we went blue light. Now we in the purple light. Okay, now that we're in the purple light, what can they say? What does it mean? Blue light was be pure. Okay, I'll show you. Green light was be cured. You had to be cured. You had to heal oneself. All right, and activate your willpower. Blue light was be pure. You had to purify yourself. Okay, meaning you had to be able to speak the truth now. Purify your tongue. Wake up your tongues. Okay, you had to get your Vishuddha, which means pure or purity, in order, your throat chakra, which is the blue light. Now we've went into the crown or gone into the crown, and we're saying be sure. You have to be sure now. You have to be up here with it. So if you're going to step out here and speak, you got to really be sure, because when we step to you, which is why they don't want to talk to me or deal with me at all. When we step to you, we're going to ask you questions to see if you're really sure about what you're saying now. Are you moving like royalty? Are you moving like the elite? Or are you just responding to current events? You understand? And that's up under the wave. We need people over that. We need people over the weather. And you need to be able to grab that pen and start making things happen, because we're about to walk into F Black history. right? We're about to walk into Black history, as people saying. We had to walk into that. What do you think people are going to be doing? They're going to be going back and say, oh, we shout out Nat Turner, Martin Luther King, right? They think black means melanin dominant people. No, Black history just means a dark history, meaning you don't know that story. You're not aware about it. And that story is happening right now. It's not happening back then. That story is happening now. When Morpheus says, Trinity, stay off the freeway, that's a warning for right now. That's not back then. Okay? The ancestors back then, those who went through it back then, they either fought to this point or they didn't. Right now you're dealing with something. What does the freeway mean right now? Okay, as some people translate it to highway. What does it mean right now? That's why I say there's something called highway robbery or freeway robbery. Stay off that freeway, because the more you traveling, all right, you have to be cautious of the routes you're taking. And the more you want to keep entertaining yourself with commercial this, commercial that, all right, or the affairs of those who are operating up under statutory law, the more you engage with that, the less you're able to get out of the matrix. You get caught in what's called traffic. It's right there in the word, traffic, trap. You can't move. When traffic is happening, can people move? When there's a traffic jam, can you move? So you know I'm not just making stuff out to bring people brain to what I'm saying. There's a traffic jam, you can't move, right? All right, that's when the pirates are able to come and rob you, because the waters are stilled. You with me? That's the same thing that happened on the waters. Stay with me. That's why you got something called piracy, because the pirates were on the sea. And when the pirates see you, it's over. They going to steal your shit. You know what I mean? They hopping on your ship and they're going to take your gold, or they're going to take and keep stealing from your account. All right. And then by the time you get to the dock, they're going to ask you, yo, did you mean to dock? Yeah, you meant to dock. Your documents, you trying to get your documents in order. All you going to hear is, womp, 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 womp. So what the fuck is that? Those are seals. You need your seal. You done landed on the wrong dock, because if you meant to dock here, why you hearing seals? You shouldn't be hearing seals. You done landed your ass in the realm of ice, or dead. It's cold. It's not living. I don't think people understand what I'm saying. Am I talking too quick? All right, whatever. The point is, people get exactly lost at sea, and they get their stuff stolen. And their whole life, it happens that way. And the more people are trying to reel you in, we need to build a black bank. None of this makes sense, right? The more I explain it to you, it won't make sense. Because you want me to sit here and be dead on the bank of the river? That what you telling me? You want me to not be in the water no more? You just want me to sit here at the riverside and be stuck there and not be living and in motion? That's not what they mean by bank, Faise. That's not what you mean by bank. I know what they mean by bank. I know what they mean by current. That's the water. That's the currency. And water equals life. Notice that they perverted certain sciences in movies like Wizard of Oz, right? Because what did they use to kill the witch? They use water. Now, if you go back and watch it again, you'll say, yo, I think Dorothy was saying, I hit her with the water, boom, and she melted, da, 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 da. The wizard was, or whoever the nigga was that was talking, was like, you liquidated her, eh? He said, very resourceful. If you liquidate things, isn't that resourceful? That's where you get into how these people move and perverted certain sciences. There's something called land acquisition. All right. And with land acquisition, what you're supposed to do is move like water and deal with those people who are over that land to be able to acquire the land. That's why the word right there, aqua, gives you agua, meaning water. It's still in alignment with maritime law. I see some of y'all saying maritime, because maritime is just mare time. And mare is water, or the sea, or Mary, the mother. Okay, go look into Mary Magdalene, choose one. Mary Magdalene, they're still the women. All right. Those who were here before the cherry tree was chopped down. Okay. So when you come and get land, you're supposed to be able to bring water to land, bring life to the land. You know about agriculture, which means water to the land. Faise, you misspeaking. They're misspeaking, or you're mishearing. Agriculture. You're here for acquisition. But they want people to deal with it from the realm of debt and debtors. I mean, they want you dead and debtor, which is a oxymoron within itself. It's a paradox. How you going to be debtor than dead? You know what I mean? No, debt and debtor doesn't mean anything. You're just in debt. And when you're in debt, you're just in a coffin. And when you're in a coffin, which when you're sick, you're laying there and you're not able to move. You're what they call your deathbed. And deathbed is happening for people everywhere. The word bed is ebed or abad in Hebrew, and bed, it means sleep or slavery, okay, or servitude. Go look it up when you get a chance, all right? So the moment you saying, I want to get this land, you have to be able to bring water to it, or agua, or life to it. Meaning, what is it? What's your law? All that's got to be in place. How are you going to operate on the land, and how are you going to look after it? Because their thing is, I'm not going to let you live here if you're not going to take care of the land. So what do these people do? They infiltrate it. They were like, we're going to work with you. We're going to learn agriculture. Yeah, we want to learn this, that, that. And then they sitting there learning how to grow the food and work the crops and all this other stuff, and how to take care of themselves and everything. And, but then they were also bringing over diseases, and people was trying to say it like, it was an accident. They brought over, what do they call it? What was it? Smallpox and all kind of shit. What was some other shit they had? I can't think of it right now. Some other shit start with S. But they brought over the shit, and it was a bubonic and some other shit, the Black Death and all kind of shit they were bringing over. They're like, we didn't mean to do that. Yes, you did. That was one of the earliest bioweapons. And they were giving Native Americans clothing as gifts. And those gifts that they were given had the illness in it. So it was weapons that they were giving people. You understand what I'm explaining? It might have been in Spanish, but another one. So they were giving people weapons. So watch this. They allow people to teach them. So I'm going to learn this with you. Then once they learned it, they killed all of them. You with me? They killed all of those people and took their land. So then they said, thanks for giving us this, right? No, nobody gave it to you. You took it. So it's not Thanksgiving, it's thanks taking. And you locked up the prisoners of war in cages, and you starved them while you ate their food and survived on their crops. This is the true story. Some of y'all got this story already known because your ancestors may have told it to you. I sat around the elders. These are the things that were really going on. But they painted it to us when we were in school as, that was beautiful. The pilgrims just, was there sharing food with them. Okay, well then where are the Native Americans? Where how they lose their land? If the pilgrims was just there eating food and that was the beautiful story we were supposed to learn on PBS Kids, then how the fuck do these people have to sit on reservations now? How they lose their land then? They lost their land because in those very months of them eating and feasting on their food, they were killing and slaughtering and raping and pillaging and capturing those who were left and making them slaves. So do the math. Do the math on what I'm telling you. There's a whole westward expansion documentation. All throughout history, they would document it. They literally documented every time they stole people's land. They said, yeah, we did that. And they put a 5-pointed star on it and said, we did it again. Yeah, we did it again. Yeah, we did it again. And now this is no longer the state of the living of those who were here or the original ones or the indigenous ones. We're bringing it from the indigo all the way down to the red. All right. And they rooted everything in blood. And they say, this is our state now. We have control over the condition of this land that we're saying is bordered this type of way. You with me? And they registered that and it was stolen land. Every single state that you're standing on in the U.S. is stolen land. One more time. Every single state you're standing on, they killed a lot of your ancestors and took it. And what you don't know is that not all of these ancestors lived in huts. Not all of these ancestors were sitting around in brick buildings, warming themselves next to no fire. They had whole civilizations that were advanced like what you see today. Some people are going to be like, he making sense. Some people are like, what the fuck is this nigga talking about? They destroyed the civilizations that were here. Covered them up. Poured water on them. Put dirt over it. And was like, we're just going to start over. And that was them cutting down Wakanda. Or cutting down the cherry tree. So they tell you a bullshit story. Say, I did cut down the cherry tree. I cannot tell a lie. Yes, you can. You told a lot of them. The whole story is a lie. That's why they let Mason Locke Weems be the name registered as the one who tells the story. Mason Locke Weems. And Weems meant something that was under in a pit, locked up in a pit. And that's what they were saying George Washington was saying he was going to do with the flag. He was going to fold it up and lock it away. So where's the flag? The flag is the woman and the matriarchy. So they cut down the Asherah pole, like in your Bible. So interesting, right? They cut down the Asherah pole. They cut down the women. They cut down the tree like they showed you in the Avatar movie. All right. In the Avatar movie, didn't they gun for the big tree? And they cut it down. And wasn't that an emotional point, an emotional moment in the movie? That same grandmother tree that they cut down in the Avatar movie. It was the same tree that was being shown in the movie Pocahontas. All right. Remember, the ancestor was logged in the tree. Where did the paper come from? The tree. In the paperwork. The ancestry is there. They're not going to tell you this. You have to go look. I can't give you all of it. You got to go research what I'm telling you. Each of y'all individually. It's logged in your paperwork already. It's logged in your documentation who your grandmother and them are. All right. And they're living still, meaning their works are moving through you, which is your blood. So as long as you're able to show and prove these are your ancestors, that's your blood, you can go and get your stuff back. I can't say too much right now. It's too early. Just keep walking with me and I'll be able to tell you more and show you more. But we'll have to do a lot of it off of here. You with me? Some things going to be out here. But I'm not selling nothing. I'm not telling nobody to buy nothing. Keep in mind, I'm not going to sell this. You're going to have to be able to walk with me on certain things I'm saying. You with me? It ain't going to be right here. If you think it's a one and done day thing, you're not in the right place. But I'm showing you what's going on right now. What's going on right now is there's a war on sovereignty. Okay? Why? Because, for one, so many different people have made YouTube accounts because they're trying to beat Tariq Bey and the rest of the people. And they selling the processes. All right? So every time people like, yo, come pay $700 and I'll help you step out of the system, they were fucking shit up. Because the same way the people were trying to step out of the system, when people start stepping out of the system, guess who shows up? Guess who it's every time, right? I want to see who's going to type it. When Neo tried to step out of the system, when he tried to get people out of the system, who show up? Agent Smith. FBI. IRS. CIA. These are what you refer to as agencies. One day you'll understand, I guess. And they show up and they started to say, okay, cool. So they were getting memberships too. And they sit there and watch. Okay. And people were literally putting their moves. All right. It's like, okay, you and I got a Mortal Kombat match. Right? I got a Mortal Kombat with one of y'all. Okay. Miss Trisha. I got a Mortal Kombat match. I don't know if you know what Mortal Kombat. I hope you do. I'm not trying to play you. Right? And let's say you got your moves. I got my moves. I got my plan. Right? So let's say I sell my course. And my course is teaching people all the moves I'm going to do. And then I'm going to hit them like this. And then when she try to get up, I'm going to be like, nah. You know what I mean? I'm an Ermac. You know what I mean? I got noob. We going out of the dirt. Da, da, da. And you Teresa, right? Okay, so Trisha, you're saying, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to mispronounce your name. Okay, so let's say Trisha or Tracy. I'm just saying Tracy to be safe, right? So Tracy, you get the membership and you come and study me. He's like, okay, he gonna use Ermac. He gonna do noob. Okay, Scorpio. Okay, all right, I know that. Down X. Down X. Okay, okay, fatality. He plans to do. He gonna block his way through that. Da, 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 da. All right, then I show up. And I'm like, yeah, Tracy, what all the shit you were talking? I say down X. You say dot, block, circle, whatever the fuck will counteract. You know what I'm saying. And I'm like, how the fuck? And now we sitting there like an anime. How does she know? No. And I'm like, yeah, it's because you told all the damn moves out there and you selling it. So you monetizing shit that you don't even really know work yet because you ain't even did it yet. You just done heard somebody else say it. So a lot of these people ain't really stepped out of the system. They just putting all the moves on the screen. And then all these other agents watching like, yo, okay, cool. And then guess what they do? They go and change the law. Guess what they do? They go and switch some shit around. You thought you needed 3 documents. That's all it takes. Yeah, I'm ready. You show up with your 3 documents. What's all that shit y'all were talking? Let me out. You know what I'm saying? You slamming it down like spades. Right? They take out this long scroll. They say, you actually need 9 documents now. You thought you were smart. Yeah, we know who you are. We changed that yesterday because we knew you were coming today. We thought it would be funny. It's funny, right, y'all? Everybody, And I can only imagine they don't have no emotion and shit. And then, okay, you like, damn, fuck. And you got to go back. So then people they're not smart. They say, this time we're going back with 9. And then they teach everybody, get 9. Everybody come with 9. And like they pull out a longer scroll. This time you need 12. It's funny, right? This time you need 12. We knew you. We know who you are. We know who all of y'all are. We've been watching all of you. So this time you need 12. And no, you can't sound like that no more. You need a notary for that. And I said, what the fuck? People trying to figure out why the process keep getting more and more extensive. Because y'all talking and selling it. As opposed to being competent, getting it done, and just walking people to get it done. Why the fuck are you selling it? We know the moment you ask money for it, it's like, okay, it's one or two things. You're still trapped yourself, or you don't care about the possibility of these people walking into the lion's den and getting their head bit off. Because you sending people to do living work that they're not alive yet to know what that is. Now, I'm not saying everybody that gets some money for, I'm not trying to make y'all throw salt on people. You know what I mean? Because some people might be getting their money for different things, different reasons. But people are trying to sell this game, not understanding you're selling people right back into the game. And you're using the same money or currency that this game is built off of. So fundamentally, it's a trap to begin with. The whole foundation of what they're doing. So my point is, the more people wake up, the more they switch stuff around. All right? So there's a difference between knowing law and practicing it. Okay? You can never truly know the law because the moment you think you know the law, they can change it tomorrow. All right? You practice law. Practicing law goes in alignment with chemistry, physics, biology, anatomy, understanding people, no matter who they are. These agents, Agent Smith and the rest of them, they're still people. Understand how they move, their tactics, and what they will do. Know how they speak. Learn how to speak elite. I do got a book called that, How to Speak Elite. Well, I taught people, and I'm teaching it anyway, so don't think that you got to buy the book. I'm not even selling nothing again. Right now, I'm just telling you, learn how to speak elite. Once you learn how to speak elite, they can't take that from you. So you're looking at an event like, the American Eagle crashes into the Black Hawk. And people say, oh, this must be about the Super Bowl. You mean it must be about the same arena that they got you trapped in? So the deepest that these leaders or spiritual leaders or gurus can take y'all to is another arena, another game land. That's the deepest they can go, or that's the highest level they can reach. No, what they're explaining to each other, it wasn't even for y'all. If I didn't speak, people wouldn't even know what's going on. What they're saying is there's a war on sovereignty. So they're looking at sovereigns a different way right now. Listen close. Those of you who are, I'm going to take this, you watch what you're saying out here. They're looking at you a different way now. You with me? I'm saying everything but the word that they're attempting to document y'all as now. And it's not happening out in public because a lot of the people who are actually doing it, they're not famous. They don't got big YouTube platforms where they taking money from people. They rounding people up. You understand? They trying to move unfairly. And they trying to do it while they biding themselves time. But guess who's sitting right there working with Native Americans out in the open, out in the public? Donald Trump. Guess who been going against the new world they've been trying to build with Baphomet and trying to integrate child sexualization into what they were doing? Donald Trump. And not just Donald Trump. Most of the Republicans. Angela Stanton. The rest of these people who everybody was trying to call y'all crazy. Right? Candace Owens. Now, again, that doesn't mean I'm Republican. I'm not Republican. I'm not Democratic. I'm not none of that. However, I got eyes to see what people think is, in order for you to not hate a Republican, you must be a Democrat. In order for you to not hate a Democrat, you know what I mean? Or in order for you to not hate a Republican, you must be a Republican. In order for you to not hate a Democrat, you must be a Democrat. You know, in order for you to explain what Republicans are doing, oh, you must be a Trump supporter. What does that have to do with truth? Why? Can we get this on record? Why would Donald Trump need me to support him? Are you a Trump supporter? What the fuck does that have to do with anything? Do you know what you saying when you saying Donald Trump? You understand that this nigga was never not president? I don't think people understand. Let me sip. Okay. Donald Trump was president for the last 8 years. All right. Y'all got jobs, right? Some of y'all done work jobs. And I'm not talking down. I'm saying like some of y'all work jobs, right? I don't work jobs before. When you fire a nigga from a job, do he show up the next day? Okay, let's say yo. So your job is to pack up the chips and put them in the boxes. I'm just saying that 'cause I don't really know too many more jobs. Last job that I tried to work, I was on there for 30 minutes, but they had me in like an assembly line, and we had to pack chips, and it was relatively easy, right? We're gonna be making good money. I think it was like 400, 500 a week. But all we had to do was like pack chips for a couple hours. So I was just grab the chip, put it in the thing, grab chip, put it in the thing. But I looked over and it scared the shit out of me. I saw a nigga had to be like 60 years old. I've been spooked ever since. The nigga was like 60 years old. Right here I am grabbing beef chip, da-da-da, bag of chip, da-da-da, Olay, da-da-da, Frito, da-da-da. Okay, cool. I'm doing my thing. I'm like, this is going to be easy. I looked over and I seen a nigga who was 60 years old. And he was like, box. I'm like, and I'm waiting on when he gonna take a break. I'm like, they must have had him do this shit like just for a little while. No, this nigga was box. And I ain't never been so afraid in my life. So I said, I don't know why, I don't know what happened, but I was like, that's gonna be me. So I don't know why it was like that. I don't know. And then I started looking at everybody differently. I looked over to my left, the lady sitting there with her hand open, waiting on me to pass the damn thing. Pass the thing. And I'm like, not only that, I'm going to start having dreams about chips and shit. I started looking around. I saw the lights. I saw they got everybody in shock. I said, oh, shit. So I just stepped back from the line. They're like, what are you doing? And I asked the person who was over the thing, I tried one more thing, just so y'all know I ain't full of shit all the way. Because I did tell them I was a team player. So I'm a team player, you know. And don't do it, because y'all full of shit too. Because y'all be saying that same shit. I'm a team player. As soon as you get that, man, fuck this shit, I'm leaving early. Like, yo, man, what happened with the team player thing, man? That's on you, nigga. You just covered my shit. Da-da-da-da. I know a lot of y'all did that too. Some of y'all about to do that now. About to leave early, taking breaks. Y'all in the bathroom on your phone and shit. Nigga like, what the fuck is that? Da-da-da-da. You done took 3 breaks. Nobody did. You know what I mean? You done worked the system. So I told him I was a team player, but I tried to do one more job. Right? And it was like picking up boxes and like folding them into like the little cardboard thing that was already used. So after I did it, I think I might have been able to work with it. Like, okay, I could do this. I don't got to look at too many people. But the nigga that was like over it, he had an attitude. So I seen him come in and I was like, what's going on, bro? He didn't even say nothing to me. He was like, bro, just do the thing, bro. And I just left. I was shook. I couldn't do it no more. So my point was, I'm just saying, I tried to work. My brain don't let me. I don't know what it is. Let's say you the chip man, right? You box, boom, choo choo, boom, right? You box, boom, choo choo, boom. That's your thing. They come in and say, yo, they say, you fired, right? Now, I would imagine a nigga that box, boom, choo choo, boom, he might do want to fight at the nigga tell him he fired, because he going to start, all that's going to come back to him all the time he was doing that shit. He might do want to fight, but he not going to stay there, right? So let's say you fired, meaning you're not even getting paid to do that shit no more. They send you on about your way. Do you show up the next day and be like, boss, I'm not going nowhere. You don't even got to pay me. I'm still going to box, bloom, choo choo, bloom. Or do you go on about your business? Okay, so with that analogy in mind, this nigga Trump, this nigga Trump has been more of the president than the president has been for the past 4 years. I bet you, I promise you, if they didn't tell y'all, y'all wouldn't even know he wasn't president. They had to tell you for you to even believe it. Y'all wouldn't even know he wasn't president. I just want you to ask yourself this question, right? Take Trump out of the picture. Boom. Who you see? I know who you see. You see Biden, right? I know. So take Trump out of the picture. You just got Biden right there. Was there a president? I'm trying to show you the game. I'm just doing my best to show you the game while making it kind of humorous. But I'm still showing you something. You really need to be paying attention when I get to joking. All right, one more time. Take Trump out the picture. He gone. You got to take him out the picture, because if not, he going to keep photobombing your shit. Nigga, move. I'm still the president. No. You know what I mean? There's a huge problem. They don't know. You got to get him out the picture. Okay, so you move Trump out the picture. It's just Biden standing there, right? They go Biden. Here go Trump. You got Biden right there. Was there a president of the United States for the past 4 years? Your soul wants to say no. Your statue wants to say, well, yeah, that was the president. Yeah, he presidented. Did he? Did he president? So if I roll back his highlight reel, you remember the running up the stairs? Do 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 do. You know what I mean? You could play any song, it ain't gonna make it no better. If I roll back Biden highlight reel, remember when he accidentally killed 13 people? When he sent the bomb strike and hit the wrong location? And they just put up 13 innocent children. Da da da. And everybody like, oh, that's messed up, and moved on. You know what I mean? Do you remember all of the different times that he came up there and was like, yeah, man, you got to know that I'm telling you that this is what we got to do because, man, you know, dog, that's just what I'm saying. And people was like, yo, man, y'all leave him alone. No, he need to leave us alone. That's the president. He got them codes in his hand. Do you understand? He had the codes. So this nigga was like sleepy the whole time. He didn't even do nothing. But y'all trying to convince us that we got to be nice. Why? Why we got to be nice to him? When do you got to be nice to a president? Was he the president or wasn't he? And all I'm asking you to do is just think about it. So your soul start realizing, damn, Trump never went nowhere. Right? And he has to play a game, so he can't tell y'all, you know, I never went anywhere. They didn't make me the president. I've been the president. You're going to know the truth, folks. You're going to know the truth. You know what I'm saying? People, I'm trying to tell you, I've been the president. They didn't want me to be the president, but I'm the president. They didn't make him president. So now he done fought these people because they tried to take him through court. You ain't never seen no nigga go to court and go to jail so many times and not get locked up. Right? They got so agitated about the fact they couldn't lock this nigga up. They were like, man, nigga, can we at least get a picture? Can we just get a picture with your twin? He was like, okay, go ahead. He did the picture. Right? They took, and they were like, finally, we got him. That nigga walked out. You can't lock me up. I don't know why they thought they would do that, but I'm elite. He said, it's not a prosecution, it's a persecution. The nigga said a scripture. Nobody understood what he said. So my point is, how many times they locked Trump up? How many times did these BLM, FBA, whatever they call themselves, or FBLA, whatever, ADOS, how many times did people step up and was like, we got him? And then the very next minute, they're like, fuck, we don't got him. How many times did people step up and said, we finally locked him up? So then they said, oh, he got 34 felony convictions, right? He shouldn't be allowed to be president. They don't understand, for one, that what you were really doing when you were saying Trump shouldn't be president because he got convictions was you was trying to actually reestablish that which is scrutiny and disassociation and ostracization of those who are, and discrimination against those who have felonies. That's what you were really doing. But you were trying to use Trump, but then you were working with the same system that you're saying you're against. Because if you're saying people who have felonies shouldn't have jobs, then you're making it harder for those who are fighting to get that lifted. So I can't work with a felony. You're disrespecting so many people. You trying to just come for Trump. I mean, I can't work with a felon. So my point is, even with that, everything they did to the man just bounced off of him. How many times they lock him up? How many times they say he going to jail? They sent DAs at him. They hit him with RICOs. They hit him with charges. And he just kept walking. The shit was just bouncing off. Because they didn't put Trump in office. Watch the film Above Majestic if you haven't seen it. Read the book Leviathan 666 by Dr. Malachi York if you haven't read it. They didn't put Trump in there. They didn't have nothing to do with that. They were just biding their time. Am I missing anybody? That's what they were doing. They were biding their time. All the while, their whole 4 years, they had a 4-year time period to try to hit him with a case to see if they could hit him with a case. When they couldn't hit him with a case, what they tried to do? What they tried to do? They literally tried to kill him. When they weren't able to kill him, they're like, fuck. They looked at the clock and said, shit. And they had to step back. Now, that's not saying they're done. I'm just saying this is a part of their game. So the Trump is being blown. Read the realm. Don't get wrapped up in the people. Don't get wrapped up in the events. Pay attention to the center of all things, and it'll start making more sense to you. You with me? So right now, there's a war on sovereignty. They don't want people to wake up, meaning go and claim their land, go and claim themselves again. And this goes deeper than the claim. Actually prove that they're attached to this, that, and the third, and they get it back. So now they're dealing with sovereigns as a group of people, a certain type of people. I'm just saying, I'm just here to tell y'all, be cautious. That's what that means. So when you start seeing listen, they're going to call Faise one crazy. They're going to say I'm reaching and stretching it, right? Until you start seeing the rest of the Moors and nationals and sovereigns start coming out and saying this happened or that happened and that's the same thing. Da, 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 da. They're going to start backing what I'm telling y'all. I'm telling you this. They're going to come out and back what I'm saying because it just said it. It just said it. They just did a PSA and said, yo, this is 1832 again. This is Black Hawk versus American Eagle. Everybody be ready. They're talking to both elite sides. Those who Black Hawk, those who American Eagle. Make sense? Any questions? I know I can go a million miles a minute. I know. Listen, I know. Because we ain't even got to February yet. February is Black History. I told y'all, just keep watching. We ain't even made it to the month yet. They like, man, before he even say anything, let me tell y'all what's going on. All right? Because it's readable. It's the same thing. You start looking at everything a different way. What movie did I say? I said Left Behind. I said go watch Left Behind. I said Wizard of Oz. Matrix. Okay? There's so many different sciences, and one of the main sciences is nationality. That's why I told you Black Messiah don't exist. There's no such thing as a Black Messiah. That don't mean nothing. Black means dead or inactive or dormant. And a Messiah, Mashiach, means you have to have willpower enough to do anything. You have to be able to live to be able to be devoted to a cause. A Messiah doesn't mean a spirit. A Messiah means anybody. And thank you. I did say also above majestic and wicked. Right. A Messiah is anybody that's devoted to a specific cause or righteous cause of any kind. It don't always have to even be righteous. It's a cause of a sort. You understand? So when you look at counterintelligence program, the keyword counterintelligence was them saying there was an intelligence that they had to counter. All right. And that intelligence they were countering were those who were becoming awake and realizing the different layers of slavery that people were a part of or embedded in or stuck in the West and all over. All right. That's why when I made that song, Not Alone, I said, devil run the world. I can fight them, but you got to walk with me. Meaning I can't just, if you think I can, that's wrong. I can't just do it like that. You got to walk with me. And I'm not the only one that moved like that. You have to be able to take the walk. And if I'm not going nowhere, you wouldn't see me going nowhere. I'm showing you that it works every time I get an opportunity to. Every time you go turn around, we getting higher, 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 and we reaching more and more and more people as we go up the mountain, right? That's called a platform. All right. So I say, devil run the world. I can fight him, but you gotta walk with me. I can feel your pain half across the globe. Stay strong, we're almost home. No, it's not a lot of hope inside to see him lying in the street. Please know that it was not in vain. You were my kind. You were not alone. You get what I'm saying? Why would I say that? I'm talking to those who were dealing with what they were going through in Nigeria at the time, where they had the end SARS thing. I said, look at end SARS. I said, that sound like Ansar or Ansaru, as in Ansarullah. That was a call by the realm itself. That was back in like 2020, I think it was. I said, look at that. I said, those are our people too, y'all. I said, y'all can't just keep saying, oh, we dealing with people over in the West. They dealing with their thing over there. It's a worldwide thing that they're doing. There's a worldwide domination, a world domination effort that these people have been carrying out for thousands of years. So a lot of people are dealing with this. It ain't just no nationality in the West that you're dealing with. People have to be awakened all over. So they were worried about a Messiah, meaning not black. You can't be black and be a Messiah, meaning you can't be dead and bring people to life. That's what it means. Get black, meaning race, out of your mind. That's not what that means to them. It means it to the little people. They look at y'all like corporate chattel. The rest. That's what it means to y'all. I'm telling you, you got to start learning how to speak elite. It's a language. And once you learn it, you start realizing, damn, that makes sense. Right? So a Messiah, okay, has the ability to electrify and unify the black nationalist movement. All right? Meaning there's a movement to nationalize those who are black. The Lazarus effect. Okay? There's a movement to bring Lazarus back to life. There's a movement to bring people out of the sleep state into the awake state. There's a movement, Morpheus, the god of dreams. They're moving through this realm, attempting to, touch this person, wake them up, wake them up, wake them up, wake them up. And then he was explaining, some people you're going to try to wake up, they're going to fight you. When we went over there to any part of the Nature Boy, we went over there to deal with the Nature Boy people. They fought me then, right? We went over there to deal with the Rashad Jamal people. Didn't they fight me? We went over there to deal with 19 Keys people. Didn't they fight me? We went over there to deal with Umar Johnson people. Didn't they fight me? We went over there to deal with the music industry, all the rappers in it. Didn't they fight me? We went over there everywhere I went. Didn't they fight me? Everywhere I went, you had people who activated themselves and said, must kill Faise. Da, 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 da. They didn't know anything about me. And some of y'all were those people. And I woke you up, didn't I? And now you're like, damn, he's telling the truth. So is this Neo? You don't got to call me nothing. You just deal with what I'm saying. When we grab you up out of there, we dust you off. You say, all right, what you going to do now? And pay attention. Now you can see you didn't even know what you were doing. Somebody got on the live and was like, yo, I was just a loyal follower. All I was doing was I thought you were coming to Rashad, so I came at you. Translation. I was programmed to attack this person's opposition. Simple, right? It's not even that deep. Why you bashing the God? Why y'all beefing? It's not. No, y'all, that's your code trying to express itself to justify that you were just programmed to attack anybody that goes against your programmer. It's that simple. You know what I mean? So we come and grab you and I say, look, you see them? And what they doing? They walking in it must kill Faise. Da, 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 must kill Faise. Clout chaser. Clout chaser. They don't know. They don't even know what the clout chaser. You said you were Dr. Your son. No, I didn't. Oh, but you said he didn't say free Dr. York. No, I didn't. Listen to the song. Press play. Glitch. Oh, but you said white people have neuromelanin. They do. Here you go right here. See, that's what neuromelanin is. It had nothing to do with a race. And white is not a race either, but it's just dealing with the brain. That's why the word neuro is right there. Oh, but why? But do you ever dream that you can that you can do what you do that you wanna do you so much you could do anything you want to do? And I say, yeah, I have had that dream. Yeah, come on, bring it in. Okay. You know what I mean? This was a career-ending move. Oh, that's what you think? You think it's a career? It's not a career. Oh, well, what could it possibly be if not rooted in money? Oh, so you were programmed to think it's about money. That explains the 25,000 thing. Okay, it's a mission. Oh, well, can't we all just get along? No, we don't need to get along with robots. We need to unroboticize you. So because robots can't do nothing but just stuff that they're programmed to do, and that's a problem because you can't make your own decisions. And if you can't make your own decision, what if you program wrong? Oh, that makes sense. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to restart my program so as to not short circuit. I said, okay, go ahead. Cloud chaser. I'm trying to tell y'all something. You know what I mean? Why did your people not like you? What are you talking about? Didn't you order a burger in 2022? Yo, get the fuck off, man. You just leave them alone. You know what I mean? You see them make their videos. I sure told him, didn't I? The burger point was a killer. And then like, yo, and you like, yo, Rashad, get your robots. And then you Rashad is a more active robot, so his finger ain't stuck. You don't tell me what to do. I am one of the 23 elders. So he's like, okay, cool. Excuse me, what's your elder name? You don't tell me what to do. Okay. That's the problem that we're dealing with. The more you look, the more you overstand. You can't really believe I was some clout chaser trying to attack a random person unless you're an NPC, unless you're a robot. Then you heard the bots in the background say, that's a bot. He is a bot. Say it again. He is a bot. Say it in a different tone. He is a bot. You know what I mean? Okay. And that's why I tell you, y'all were programmed as to believe lies. Then I showed you step by step how it was lies. And all you did was just reset your program. At the end of the day, as soon as somebody say that, that's how you know it's over. You thought you done got through to somebody, right? You done had a whole build. And you like, see what I'm saying? And they be like, well, at the end of the day, that's still the God. Okay, cool. I understand. And they go on about their way. Must kill next opponent of my programmer. It's that simple. It's that simple. It's that simple. They didn't want it. Even the main robot was like, you are blocked. That way, I can make it seem you were the agitator. Y'all gotta wake up. Stop following these clowns. They can't really show you how you gonna get you out. You know what I mean? Like, they still stuck. And they hate beings like myself because I can fluctuate my voice. Right? I actually have different forms that we can integrate into to make things move. We're like, I don't know, water. And we're new beings, or Nubians, or Neo beings, or now beings. We're not a part of your system. So I'm not supposed to. What's your issue with 19 keys? I don't have an issue with that. How am I have an issue with 19 keys? That's a part of the system. That's why I said in the song, why would I follow 19 keys? That part of us is still locked. If you can give me the password to unlock 19 keys, right, then we can have a talk. Other than that, you're just a follower at this point. You're not even able to get out of that. The 19 keys are supposed to show you how to escape the moon cycle. Why he walk around with a moon? So my point is, it's a whole system. And there are people moving through it saying, yo, get up, get up. And we got different layers or levels that we have to just show people to. If it comes down to it, we eject. We can do that. If it comes down to it, we'll just eject. You're like, where Faise been at? Well, if it gets too hectic, we can eject. In the meantime, or in the green time, what we'll do is we'll show you like, yo, do this. Pay attention to that. Watch how that happen. Okay, you explain to me why was it American Eagle versus Black Hawk? Ask them why. Don't just say Super Bowl. That's not even a read. Why was it that? Why did they take off from Wichita and go to Washita? So, right. Why did they take off from Wichita and go to Washita and watch them glitch? They're not able to answer the question. Okay, how come there were so many different Native American words being used throughout the whole situation? They don't know the answer. So you have to know how to do that. And once you learn how to do it, they can't take it from you. Yeah, Washington, Washita. Go look up Washita campaign. Washita, or when you say Wichita, a lot of times it sounds like Wichita. Because that's what you're really saying. Wichita. But you said it in a different tone. So it's supposed to have a whoosh to it. Wichita. All right? So you're not just saying Washita. You said Washita. And Wichita. It was energy in the language. Right? So you say, go look up the Washita events. The campaign, the war, 1868. Simple. Go look it up. See what was going on. Go look at what was happening in 1832. See what was going on. And if it aligns with what I'm saying, that's how you get the information out of the dot. All right. So they literally said it was service from Wichita to Washington, D.C. Nobody said, oh, I know what that means, Wichita. So that's the Eagle, Black Hawk. It was a military aircraft, the military helicopter. So that's military speaking about war. So the center of the whole thing they talking about is war. And then it branches out to Black Hawk versus the settlers. Okay, where you got the Sauk, or you also got the Fox tribes that went up against it. Everybody lost their land to the Great Demon, or the I almost said something, but they try to flag you when you say that. Everybody lost their land, and then I said, pay attention to the nigga named Isom, right? Isom, or Isom. Okay, Robert Isom, or Robert Isom. Isom or Isom gives you ice wolf or white wolf. And that's another word for Wiyukta. Wiyukta. The emphasis on yuk. Wiyukta. Wiyukta. Right? It's white wolf. It was another way of them saying white people. Notice they always used animals to describe tribes and people. So a lot of times they say the white alligator or albino alligator, like Beyonce tried to slide in there. She was slick for that. Right? There's the white alligator or the white leopard or the white this, white that. They were talking about, okay, there you go, ice wolf robbing, the robber Isom, highway robbery, freeway robbery, the wolf that robbed everybody and built their land up. So he said, I got a PSA. And their way of saying they had a PSA was, PSA was operating the plane. Okay, PSA was operating the craft. Yeah, PSA saying, listen up. And he kept saying, passengers and crews. Passengers and crew members. He said it like 3 different times in his address. We're going to make sure passengers and crew, they're talking in code for travel. You know what I'm explaining to you? There's a traveler's language, Masonic language, Illuminati language. Everything I'm saying, it wouldn't be able to make the connections if there was no truth to it. So all I'm doing is showing y'all, listen, get out there with the right knowledge and pop it. They ain't gonna be able to do nothing anyway. Because once you do something like what I just did, it puts a halt on everything they finna do. And I could do that for everything if I want to. I just want to step out there and show y'all. Say, look, man, here you go. Watch this. Watch what happens when you do this. See what happened. And they don't know what to do with it. All right, before we get up out of here, I know we covered a lot of things. The movies were Above Majestic, Wizard of Oz, Left Behind, the Matrix movie, all 4 of them. And think in terms of nationality and study sovereignty, study nationality, study things like alloidal titles, just different things, land acquisition, study westward expansion and what these devils did. So you can understand what we're really dealing with and know why this will be a concern for them. Because the system is the system, meaning the computer system that everybody is logged into. All right, the credit system, the debtor system that everybody is logged into. You with me? And once people start stepping out of that and moving a different way, they lose power. You know what I'm saying? So that's why they say, yo, we got a war on our hands. More people are waking up. And don't stop with that layer. Sovereignty just brings you to the word sovereign. Sovereign means to surpass others. It means you're beyond other people. You're elite. That's why in my How to Speak Elite book, I said, y'all are elite too. Not just me. I'm not the only way. Y'all are elite too. And it won't make any sense for me to be the only one who can see things for what they are. Dr. Malachi said, learn how to look at things and read them. Trump is in office. Another Trump being blown. Right? I'm not going to say too much. You say too much, people will say, I got to give people some time to, it's being blown again, right? Okay. When you blow a trumpet next to a sleepy group of people, what happens? They get disturbed and they have to wake up. So everybody being called forth to rise up. It's happening. So in this year of royalty, also the year of the prophets, also the year of those who have the crowns, Nebuchadnezzar, protect the crown, Nebi. Wasn't that in the Matrix movie? Wasn't the Nebuchadnezzar the ship that carried people who were free? Nebi, Nuwapu, Nuwapians. Nebuchadnezzar, Nuwapians, Knesser. Nuwapians, Ka, Nezer. Ka, spirit is necessary. The Nuwapian spirit is necessary because the Nuwapian spirit, Nebuchadnezzar, protects the crown. Defy gravity. Let little baby ask. he trying to define gravity. Define it too if that helps. Define gravity. Right? Don't let it pull you down. Come up here with us so that you can have an understanding. You with me? And protect the crown. Now you got it, right? You know that this is that time period because in 2020, where y'all was calling it the year of revelation, 2020, because of the vision, everybody thought it was clever. They call a certain virus, okay, you see what I'm saying? And that meant crown. And they put a number on it, 19. And that was because it was a secret code they were speaking. It's actually called code or codex. 19. All right? And that comes from Quran, Quran, the Quran. What does it sound like? What does Quran sound like? You can't unhear it now. And that number, 19, is a secret number in Quran that you find in the 74th surah. I think it was Al-Mudaddad. And it meant the hidden secret. So it's literally a secret code. The hidden secret. Was 19, 1 through 9. Because once you complete the process of 1 through 9, now you got your crown. And you become of the royal crowd. Now you're walking like royalty. Roy El Tio, the sun god, Teo. Royalty. Roy Ra El T Tio. You with me? But that's what we were showing you with images like this. You see what's on his head? You see what's on bro's head? That's called a halo. Some people say halo, halo, helios, sun, a glow, meaning you have an integral human atmosphere. Your magnetic field has been rectified, okay, or purified, and it's been cleansed. Now you have a clear head. Your ideas are able to flow smoothly. Notice in your cartoons, when people get a great idea, what happens? They get a halo or a light bulb above their head, meaning they're Illuminati or illuminated. Notice they tried to make Illuminati a bad thing, didn't they? And they did it successfully. Because now people think Illuminati mean bad. They don't know what the word means. People think light means bad. People think Lucifer means bad. These things don't mean bad. These are words that had meanings before stigma was introduced to the meanings. And that dance took place. You with me? It's all about light or information. Once you get enough information moving through your body, you're able to move how those who have the right knowledge, right understanding, right wisdom can move. If you don't have what's called the right mind. It's also referred to as the nine mind. When you see people say stuff like nine mind, they got that from Dr. Malachi Z. York. The nine mind is the right mind. Nine is a word that means right. I'm giving it to you. Nine is a word that means right. And you only reach that at a certain level after traveling over the waters. Okay. Because nine is none. And those who are nuns have reached that level where they're saving themselves, self-salvation, self-purification for Christhood, or for Asa, as they say, or God, the Most High. What is the Most High number? You got this. 9. So if 9 is the Most High number, the nuns are the ones who purify and cleanse themselves. They're basically Muslims. Okay, those who are of Salem. Okay, Mu is of Salem, Muslim. All right, Musalem. Those who are of the peaceful ones. All right, those who are of peace. Those who have reached that state of tranquility that the Buddhists attempted to reach was referred to as nirvana, meaning they accessed that golden road and traveled that path to the light. Nir is light, and vana means golden. Go look it up. Nirvana, golden light. What's the golden light? The glow, the halo that comes out. Okay, so you got the 9, the nun. All right, or the nun. So a nun is the Muslim who's saving us of being virtuous. Of the 144,000 is what they saving themselves to be a part of. What's 1 plus 4 plus 4? 1 plus 1, 9. So 144,000 becomes 9. 1 plus 4 plus 4. 9. Walking upright. 9. Right mind. 9. If you're looking at a head as in that circle that's above that tail for that 9, that means that being is standing upright. If you flip it, that means that you flip them upside down and the energy is not focused on the crown, it's focused on the root. That means they're up under what's referred to as Drake, or the sex god, the sixth god, not the nun god or the Most High. Are you with me? That's why in El Quran it said you are of the lowly. You with me? When Allah and Iblis, or Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and Iblis, the deceiver, or Iblis al-Dajjal, were having a conversation back and forth. They made a bet over human beings' lives. And because Iblis didn't want to prostrate before Adam, okay, he said, yo, why you ain't prostrate when I told everybody else to do that? He said, yo, I'm not fucking with that shit. I'm made of fire. You fuck with this nigga named Mud. I don't know what's going on with you. What got into you lately? You know what I mean? And then Allah was like, all right, since you want to be crazy, all right, get down from it. You are of the lowly. All right? So he asked for a set time. Set time, a dark age. Iblis, he said, yo, when you put me down there, just give me a little time and I'm going to show you why the fuck I ain't bow down to these people, because they're not worthy. Allah was like, nigga, you make a good point. All right, we're going to see, because if they fuck with you, they going to fuck with you. If they fuck with me, they going to fuck with me. Iblis was like, bet. Allah was like, bet. Iblis was like, nigga, bet. Allah was like, all right, bet, nigga. And they brought him here, transported Iblis to planet Earth. Or put him onto the Eretz, or the land. All right. And Iblis set up his world on the land. Same story as the demiurge. All right. Sophia was cast out. Okay. Notice you really think you got the whole story when you read the Bible, but some things are missing. Right. When people say, God cast, the devil out of heaven, that story ain't in the Bible. You have representation of it, but it ain't really presented fully. You got a lot of things missing. You got Luke 10:18, when you beheld Shaitan or Lucifer fall like lightning to the heaven, to the earth. Yeah, or Lucifer, why art thou falling? You got that. But what was the whole conversation? What was the story? You know what I mean? That was supposed to take place with all these wars in the heavens. Don't just say there was a war in the heavens. So when you start being able to look at both books, you see that certain things were left out. And I'm not saying that this means that it's automatically true. I'm just saying that certain stories will explain certain things more in depth. All right? Exactly, like same with the book of Enoch. Enoch get one scripture. They're like, yo, Enoch walking with God, and then he took him. Yo, we need to know more about that. You can't just tell me nigga was walking with God and he took him. What was God teaching him? What was some of that story? So Iblis made that bet over human beings' life, and Allah went in alignment with it and gave them time to test human beings to see if they were even worthy. You with me? So all of that's being represented in different ways. So my point to y'all is, if you're of the lowly, you're up under Iblis, or up under the op called Satan, meaning you're opposing right knowledge, right? You're opposing balance. You think you're doing the right thing when you say, oh, I'm going to just bother this person because I think that he's an enemy, my favorite. But you're really just opposing right knowledge. If I can bring you the truth and you make it more about me than the truth that I'm bringing you, you're just an op. You're Satan at that point. You understand? So a lot of people started aligned with that frequency, and they got attracted to the darkness, meaning unknown, up under the dark ages. So they started to rely on other people to know things for them, and they became misled. You with me? They weren't led in the proper direction. So in order for you to access the science of nine completely, you have to understand the science of none completely. And none, or nun, is saying fish. It's what it means. Okay, there's other words that we can translate. Say none could also mean inert, or being still. Peace be still, or be still. All right, be still and know that I am God. Okay, don't be afraid is what it's saying. Don't do too much. Yeah, you know it ain't the only time they said don't do too much, because sometimes they had to, like when Moses saw him, he was about to flip out. He had to tell Moses, bro, don't do too much. You know what I'm saying? Like, just relax. You on royal grounds right now. You know what I mean? Hey, you don't got to do all that extra stuff. Stand up, take off your slippers. Cool, chill out. You know what I mean? So the Moses story brings you to that, because Moses had to meet El-Qadir, the green one, like I've explained a million times before, at the place where the two seas meet. You with me? And it was all about the fish. Right? Tell you, yo, take the fish with you, and the fish gonna let you know where you at. All right. So when you see El-Qadir depicted as standing on a fish, that fish was a vehicle. All right. That's where you get the Nineveh story from, because Nineveh is nun eva ve, and nun is a fish, or nin is a fish, and ve means a vehicle. Go look it up. Ve means to carry. And Nineveh brings you to the Jonah story, where he had to be cast into the sea because there was a storm brewing up, and the nigga's like, yo, man, you fucking this shit up. What we supposed to do? He like, yo, man, just throw me overboard. Fuck it. So they threw him into the water, and they said a whale came and swallowed him up. And he lived in the well, in the digestive system. Food can't live in your digestive system for a day. So a whole human being lived in the digestive system of a whale for 3 days. It was a submarine. You understand what I'm explaining to you? It was a submarine. And that means that the nun, or the fish that El-Qadir was traveling on, was also a submarine, which is why when Moses saw him, he was standing on top of a fish. But Moses doesn't know what that big fish is. He's not familiar with that technology, so it looks like a whale to him. Are you with me? Same way they said they saw chariots flying with horses. No, the fuck they didn't. What horses? What species of horses fly? You with me? No, they just knew that those were the terminologies of the vehicles that they had. So they said they saw chariots. They said they saw a fish. They saw a submarine, because there were beings who lived, who were aquatic, according to these stories, like the Nomos and the rest of these people, the Dogon people, tell you about. They had civilizations under the waters, and they had more knowledge about what was going on the surface. You with me? So you had to meet them. Moses knew all about this land shit, but he didn't know much about the other worlds and civilizations. So when they were asking him who had most knowledge, Moses thought it was him. But he had to meet El-Qadir to learn more. You with me? What people may not know, though, is it was the same way with El-Qadir. El-Qadir may not have known everything that was going on the surface. So that's where you have the water civilizations and the land civilizations. They show you this depiction in what's referred to as Aguaman, okay, or Aquaman. And Aguaman shows you that they have two different worlds, and they're not supposed to mix, because it's two different polarities. The green light, or Agua world, or Aquaman, and the red light, which is the land, or the dirt, Edom. Pay attention. Because even when you send Adam, you send Edom, or Edoma. and Edom meant red. You get me? So it's just one of those things when people finally wake up, they're going to see that a lot of these stories not only got to do with the body, it's the realm acting itself out in such a way that if you catch it, you're going to know what's going on. Then you start realizing why movies like Way of the Water or The Way of Water come out with Avatar. They did the land one where they showed the Pandora and the warning and the tree getting cut down and conscious being able to be transferred over to different bodies and all of that in the way of life, called the Nevi people. And Nevi means navy, means water, which is why they were blue, right? And Nebi is also the messenger. So they was talking about Nuwapians. Are you with me? Because Nebi is Nubal or Nebiun or Noob. And Noob is gold, or Nebi is messenger. So you have gold and messenger, or Nubian, or gold and messenger, or messenger of the sun. You with me? It goes to genetics because your genes carry that ultimate message. So Nuwapu was all about tapping into that ultimate message, all right, of the coiled up DNA, all right, which gives you your double helix that leads you all the way back to the beginning of your origin, where all your information is logged in your genes. You with me? So those Nevi or Navy or Navi people were Nuwapians, and they did come and take our land. You with me? Or Nubians, and they did come and take our land. So they just saying Nevi, Nabi, Nubi, Nubian, Nuwapian. That's what they saying. You with me? And they were blue because they had the way of water in their veins. You with me? They were of the water. They move like water, not like land. Be water. That's how you move fluently in alignment with nature. They weren't moving like bricks. You with me? They were alive and moving. So my point is, they showed the land one, then they had to show the water one. And shows you civilizations under the water, whole portals that people went through, all kind of stuff. So this is also represented in the book called the Bible, in the book of Amos, chapter 9. In the book of Amos, chapter 9, they talk about a race of beings called the serpents, who, if human beings, in the time that God was going to come and bring the law, Revelation chapter 21, if human beings tried to escape, what was going to happen? They said the serpent would be commanded to bite them if they try to escape through the water. If they try to escape through the air, they're going to get hit down. You're seeing that today with their rocket ships and stuff like that falling out of the air. If they try to escape that way, they get struck down. They said the hand of God will smite them. If they try to escape through the caverns, it'll be the same way. They get stopped there. They try to go through the water, they get stopped there. So there's no escape for human beings. You with me? So it's the same thing. So who are the serpents that live down there that can be commanded to do a thing? And what type of technology could human beings have that allowed them to try to escape through the heavens? Humans can't fly. So they were talking about this day and time. You with me? It makes sense? Humans can't fly, right? So the Bible couldn't have been talking about back then. They didn't have flight ability. They're talking about now. And humans have been attempting to escape. You know what I mean? All over the world. They've been attempting to escape. And they ain't made it out. So, but how you going to make it out? It's a firmament. You don't need a firmament when you got governments sitting outside your planet saying, no, go back. I'm like, man, god damn. Like, come on, Sway, I got a whole rocket ship. Go back. You with me? So how are you going to be able to advance? No firmament needed. Just have an advanced enough army. Ain't nobody going nowhere. You think the border is blocked off because of the border? No, the border is blocked off because they put armed men there. You know what I mean? Imagine niggas just walking past, don't see no armed men. You just gonna hop over that bitch. Be like, okay, I'm in Mexico. You with me? No, they gotta put niggas there to be like this. So there's niggas out there like this. Don't believe me though. But they got people coming out and say, yo man, we seen African Americans on a cigar shaped ship. That's some African American shit, ain't it? Nigga make they ship in the shape of a cigar. You gotta know them niggas got some humor. Them niggas made they ship the shape of a blunt. They said when they roll up, that's what they mean. And we finna roll up on them niggas, man. Nigga said he saw them niggas get off the back of the ship. The weed, what do you call it? The cherry part. The hot part, the heart part. Y'all know what the fuck. I don't know smoke. I'm trying to sound hip to this shit. Y'all gotta tell me what the shit y'all call the thing. What's the thing? When you do the thing at the thing, what's the red part? Y'all gotta tell me what the fuck that is. I don't know. I don't smoke. I tried to act like I knew the shit. I was like, it must be a cherry because it's red. I tried to figure it out. I cracked the code. I could read it. The cherry, the hot zone. The what you call it? The Jupiter. The Jupiter. They don't get the fuck on try to touch me with the Jupiter, nigga. Nigga just try to touch me with the Jupiter. Yeah, the cherry. That's what I said. I said that. Why y'all trying to act like I don't know what I'm talking about? I'm testing y'all. Y'all know what's going on. Shit. They said that part open. Them niggas just walked out with guns shaped like cigars. That'd be the most gangster shit ever, right? You done made it. You done beat all the levels. Here come God. That nigga say, you did your shit, so I ain't gonna hold you. That nigga say, you did your shit, so I ain't gonna hold you. I'm fucking with it. Cool, you shit. Come on, then get on board. Hey, y'all look out for him. We fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to act like I'm tripping. Don't call me the devil tonight. Y'all know y'all had a whole scripture in that bit talking about some, and he had eyes like fire. Yeah, the nigga had eyes like fire. That nigga said, what the fuck was going on? What was said? What was said? Nah, they gotta came all the way from Ilion. The fuck you talking about? Yeah, what going on? Nah, I'm not trying to hear it. Not trying to hear it, twin. I'm finna tell you what right now. Boom. Tell them nigga I said. He basically like, tell them nigga I said, boom, wham. Yeah, like, yeah, we coming back. We're gonna destroy the destroyers of the earth type shit. And then I'm gonna pull up, be like, yo, we finna make all this. I don't like none of this shit. We're gonna be like, hey, we will come back. We're gonna make all this new. Fuck you talking about? Then the angel was like, angel got to whisper to him. Oh, you just said such. John was like, he finna write it down. Hey, nigga, don't write that down. That ain't for them, twin. Don't write that down. Hold on. Yeah. Don't write none of it down. 7 thunder. That's all you need to tell them niggas. Just 7 thunder. You heard 7 thunder. Don't tell them niggas shit. Fuck you talking about? Hey, you gotta know God. Cool in the bitch. They laughing right now. We wasn't smart enough to figure that shit out. Didn't nobody go to no bush and be like, if I burn this shit and inhale it, I can have a heavenly experience. We weren't smart enough to figure that shit out. Them angels brought weed to the planet, I'm telling you. They brought that shit here. They're like, twin, you like, huh? You see that over there? Yeah, what about it? They were talking to the shamans. You know, the shamans could see them. You see that shit over there? What about it? Go grab it. Nigga bring it back to him. You see that over there? Yeah. Go ahead, chop that shit up. It had to be Lucifer in them. Lucifer had to bring that shit. Hey, Lal and them gave y'all that. Chop that shit up, twin. All right. Nah, get that up out of there. He ain't want that. All right, shit. You fuck with God and them. True. That nigga said, hit this bitch. Human beings wrote the Bible after that. I'm telling you how this went. So let me get this shit. In the beginning, nigga. Nigga went straight to the front. Nigga said, nigga, In the beginning, nigga. And I was like, yup, ain't it? In the beginning, nigga. You ain't even think about the beginning before I gave you that shit, did it? In the beginning, nigga, this shit started somewhere. They talk about must listen to what God say. Them nigga with high hair. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna tell me shit. My name is Omari Shamar Hargrove. Omari mean the highest priest. I don't gotta smoke. They just put that shit in my blood. They were like, hey, he gonna be high already. Just give him all this shit. I don't even gotta smoke. I shouldn't smoke. I'm telling you, I don't smoke. Cause the hypothetical time I tried, my shit sounded like y'all shroom trips. I don't fuck with the shit. I'm not supposed to. They said, we gonna give him all this shit. They just poured the shit in my blood. Nigga, they gave me Omari, then Shaman. Like, they said, give him another dose. Then they said Hargrove. Nigga said Har mean mountain. Grove is plants. They said, yeah, just put his ass on top of the mountain too. Just put him. They just put me up. Hell yeah, nigga, watch this nigga grow up. Watch this nigga grow up. Man, they set me up from the beginning. Nigga, I've been high since conception. They didn't give me no choice. They said, your name is the highest high. Nigga, shaman mean medicine man. They said, nigga, you the highest medicinal medicine weed of the mountain weeds. I said, shit, I'll take it. Nigga wonder why they offered me the blunt. I'm good. Cause I'm forever good. What the fuck you talking about? I don't need to hit this shit no more. They put it in my blood. I'm trying to tell you some shit. High priest. Omari mean high priest. Omari mean the highest priest. So them priests was on some other shit. They told you what they was. What y'all is? We high. Nigga said, high priest. Go ahead. Yo, we ain't tell you to write all that shit, nigga. We just high. What you want, nigga? What you want? Nigga said the Pharisees. Yeah, everything they saw was fair. Nigga don't want to deal with no shit. Hey, man, can you rule on this? It's fair. I see it. For the way I see it. Shit, y'all see the same shit too, right? Okay, nigga, where we see this shit, nigga, it's fair. Everything fair. Fuck it. Moses went up the mountain and came back with a whole lot of information, didn't he? But his ass went up there, came back, loaded. Zooted to the bitch. Say, I got some shit for y'all. What the fuck y'all nigga doing? They just started killing niggas, started tweaking. Told y'all nigga had wait for me. What the fuck y'all nigga got going on, man? The fuck gave y'all some gold? Who y'all doing business with? Just started killing niggas. Them niggas was high. God gotta be high. Shit. It's some other stuff. But I don't think Satan, whoever these people who gave y'all that, I don't think that y'all were ready. Cause niggas they ain't doing nothing with it. They just high. You walk past nigga, they just sitting there. Say, yo, you good? I'm high. No, you not. Okay, when your brain get to moving, you supposed to do shit with it. The fuck? They just sitting there. They got y'all the wrong shit. Omari Hargrove does not condone drug use or drug abuse. I'm not telling people to do nothing. I'm trying to tell you. So the more you look at these stories, it start making more sense. They said, yo, them niggas got out of the cherry part of the cigar. And they had guns on them. And them niggas was stylish. They was dressed in all black. He didn't want to say leather because he didn't want to. I think he did say they look leather. Because sometimes they don't want to make niggas seem too dangerous. Them niggas came out like the nigga hell angels. Loaded. And he said it was so many of them. He said whoever they look like, they're the military. Those were angels. Them were angels. You feel what I'm saying? And when you talk about the angels having like the trumpets and shit, that's the sound of their ship. They pull up and blow the horn. Bing, bing, bing. We out there, bitch. Boom. So they know what's going on. And they look like niggas. They look just like niggas. Boy, I can't wait, bro. I'm telling you. I'm going to be the nigga. I'll try to tell y'all something. I'm going to be the nigga. Watch. Watch what I tell you. What going to happen? They going to pull up on me. And I'm going to be like, yo, let me record this shit. They going to be like, go ahead. And I'm gonna record that shit. And I'm be like, I told them niggas y'all was niggas. Y'all came to me showing we all was 12, right? Watch what I'm telling you. They don't want people to know that because then you start thinking on the level of, okay, God, they're people. They're people like us. They're more advanced. If they're more advanced, they got medicine. If they're more advanced, they got other things that they're able to use, right? That'll keep them advanced. That's angelic behavior then. You don't have to worry about illnesses and diseases and stuff like that because you're advanced. Then they're just people. What happened, my shit went on, my battery told me I got 20%. All right, before we get up out of here, who want to come up? I'm hungry. I just broke down. I just gave y'all a lot of information to go look up. All right, I think we've been on it about an hour or two. I gave y'all a lot of information to go look up. Told you some story, we laughed. Who want to come up real quick? Let's see what y'all can ask me some shit, whatever. Challenge, whatever. Nigga always hungry. Hell yeah, what you talking about? We do work. That should make you hungry. I just did a 9-day fast. Ease up. Yo, what do you want from me? Can't leave yet, nigga. You don't tell me what the hell to do, nigga. Leave when I want to leave, nigga. All right, go ahead. All right, a 9-day fast. No food. Do you have books I can buy? I do. Hold on 1 second. I sent 2 people a invite. I'm about to show you how you get the books. Well, somebody type how you get the books, and don't do extra shit. Just type how to get the books so I can pin it for the sister. If anybody else who might want the books, I did liquid. I did water. I did like broths, basically like seasoned water. I did juice, soup juice, like juice from like canned vegetable juice. Do you think Israelites are God's chosen? Um, we will have to come on and do a whole build on that. That's a lot. That's a lot. Okay, one of y'all said y'all were unable to join. It said both of y'all unable to join. So they might not be letting me let nobody up right now. Send a donation of any kind of paper change. You guys put the email part too, so they know it's in their email too. Yeah, we'll talk. We got to talk about the Israelite thing. A whole different, that's a whole other thing. I got you. Yeah, thank you. I got you. Yeah, we got to do that. That's a whole other time. Not saying I can't answer. I can answer it. But there's a whole explanation about the tribes and what chosen or elect mean. Like, are you dealing with chosen? What are you being? Okay, let me ask you this. What are you being chosen for? Right? You got to deal with that. What are you being chosen for? It may be on the archive. I think so. Yeah, if you're being chosen, what are you being chosen for? Chosen meant like ET or knowing, like leaving the planet Earth. You know what I'm saying? So if you chosen for that, then what are you doing to make sure that you're a part of that group? No, that's fake. As far as the nation above all other nations, no, you can't have the chosen conversation without extraterrestrials because God has to be able to choose, right? Like who's doing the choosing? And God is not from Earth. And if God can do a thing and is a being and is moving and he got friends and family and angelic hosts, these are extraterrestrials. They have to do the chosen or the choosing, right? Like somebody, I'm chosen. Who chose them? Most of the time you say myself. Okay, then you're having a different, you believe in yourself. Start saying you believe in yourself then. Because really, if you don't understand what the choosing is, and you just talking. Most people are saying they believe in themselves. They believe they can be great. They believe they can do great things. They're conflating two different points. You know what I mean? I would like to come up. Yeah, I don't think they let nobody up. So what I'm gonna do is I'll probably come on later. We come up. Have people come up. All right. Yeah, we probably do that. Yeah, they would have to. God will have to choose. So again, we have to do it another time. But bring that question and we'll be able to build the whole thing up. Or you go watch Yay West Goes East on YouTube. I explain all of that in 2022. You with me? That way you'll get the, because remember the Hebrew Israelites, who was it, Kyrie Irving, everybody was out and popping and talking, and everybody was happy because they thought that, Kanye talking to the Hebrew Israelites and da-da-da-da. So it was a lot of that, but that's so much right now. Yeah, someone sent me the information for the books. It's not letting me see nothing but my comment. Okay, somebody DM Miss Trisha J information about the books. Everybody else, if you want to get the books, you should be able to see it. All right? But that was a good live. Yay West, Yay West Goes East. It's on YouTube. Phase 1, Yay West Goes East. All right, and make sure y'all interacting with the post I just put up. But everybody go comment and share it on y'all stories so we can keep going up. Wait, what's today? Today, Thursday or Friday? Because I got the Ladder to Cooking with Kyrie music video on Saturday. We in motion. Just because I'm the chosen one, that don't mean that I want to be. You feel me? Oh, so you see me with my church shoes and you think you know me, huh? You said it's Friday in other places? Okay. Copy that. That don't mean that I want to be. I'm from far away, right? I will never like these niggas. They don't play right. Good bill. They rock out. From the crowd where the angels watch. And you know me? Do you know me? Huh? Huh? I'm honored to have shit at this place with you. But you are. Hey, Christian. May the word of the Most High be heard. Even if it's just my little words. You know what I'm saying? Hey. Blue faces in the pocket. You done took off like a rocket. They don't like you when you prostrate, but they love when you chaotic. Got a baby now, you responsible for 2 souls, and they talk about it. Please look over this child's father, dear Father God. Ha, ha, ha. Fatherless children, poverty stricken, may that curse be broken. Hey, yo, Christian, keep going to church long as that church is open. Even if it closed, you know your temple is the perfect totem. Protect your body from these evil spirits lurking and hoping that you ignore God and forget about every word he's spoken into your heart when your guard was down and you heard him coaxing. On your behalf, I hereby deny every hurtful motion. The more you laugh, I hear why you cry, and the worst is over. This ain't no television show, we don't need no baddies out here. We need more good women stepping on the dragon out here. Cause it's the land of Nod, everybody tatted out here. Some tatted from ear to ear, no wonder why they can't hear. I thought the hell was where they told us people body get pierced. How many bodies got burned alive in the fire this year? How many devils on the throne and one just biting you here? If we in hell, then isn't God's voice exciting to hear? welcome to the lifestyle. We invited you here. Flip the 6 to a 9. Take them higher this year. Yeah, if it's shine, if it's one by one, take steps like the feet of the bride to the land of the sun where the children run. And once we be gone. They never believe what we done, but we'll stand in the land where the children run. Yeah. Punch. Huh. One take better not edit my shit. My get hard when I zip my Levi, bitch. I got a fly fetish. Ooh, look at this word. Got the heat on me, why would I sweat it? Shit is a sweet homie, not a die better. You can die better. On these guys better know we slide. Let us come inside. I don't got beef. Letters on the ride with me, fall through. Niggas getting knocked over, tight leaf. Letters on the side, catch up or I fly. Let it be a motherfucking documented fact in any language or dialect that if I said it or I said it on fire like an eye. Cause I got fatty, get you walk, but I'm obviously not Cardi B and not Megan. I said don't edit, this is not taken, but if I'm taking a second to catch a vibe, forget it, it's all phonetics. What did I say? Phonetics. What did you hear? Phonetics. What did I say? Phonetics. What did you hear? Phonetics. What did I say? Phonetics. What did you hear? Phonetics. 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 What did I say? Phonetics. What did you hear? Phonetics. What did I say? Phonetics. What did you hear? Phonetics. Phonetics. What did you hear? Tell me that someone can She like lemon pepper, she need a tenner better. This type here built for the winter, fellas. Winnebago, hit the road like 6 or 8 or 9 o'clock. We skipped the 7-Eleven and Lupton, showed up in the gold tux. It's time to ride, ain't it? It's time to ride, it's time to ride. Gold tux, silver lining. It's diverse fish in the ocean, but I don't need more to find me. Style my explorer like Dora. These niggas gon' have to remind me why we get involved. Then we try to reverse. I take them back to school, but niggas be diving feet first and wonder why our feet hurt. Cause we search to seek her. And then soon as she purse, we say we don't need her. But society lied to me, need my goddess on side of me. So camaraderie, revitalize camaraderie with me, please. Cause I'm tired of these cold, long nights looking up to the sky like a Dollar Tree. Let's stop at this Dollar Tree, just slide out till we find the beach. Hey, you try to be my friend. 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 Whoa! I heard you trying to be my friend. I heard you trying to be my friend. I heard you trying to be my friend. Heard you trying. Come on, yeah. Hey, you try to be my friend. 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 She like lemon pepper. She need a tenner better. This type here built for the winter, fellas. Winnebago, hit the road like 6 or 8 or 9 o'clock. We skipped the 7-Eleven and Lupton, showed up in the gold tux. It's time to ride, ain't it? Right. It's time to ride. It's time to ride. I was inspired to keep it real. You know what I'm saying? Ooh. This is all we on, you know what I'm saying? I made it up in my mind. Ever since I was a young nigga, I was inspired to keep it real. I've been patient too long. Wait on my timing for me to steal. Red up paper. She got major. Fuck you, hater. I got shit popping like I'm almost there. Cash, yeah. Cash, yeah. I got shit popping like I'm almost there. a lonely guy, ain't myself and I kill him every time. I get shit drilling like I'm about to build a bitch. Play with someone, say, house up on the hill, acres on the way, yeah, acres on the way, yeah. Oh, most nigga, yeah, they hate me, won't never beat me, they can't trade me. I'm dogging nigga with these babies, I'm talking big as shit lately. I finally feel these bridges breaking. London B, they couldn't change me. I'm still the niggas going crazy and being on the lunch table and teaching all I'm trying to wake them. Peace and assalamu alaikum, alhamdulillah. I had a dream that I was supreme. My niggas was home, my partner was free. My nieces were grown, they had what they need. My mama was smiling, happy. My brother was strong, my people redeemed. Right at the throne, the shit that we sing was finally on the spiritual thing. Nigga, I've been waiting for so long. Ever since I was a young nigga, I was inspired to keep it real. I've been patient too long. And wait on my timing for me to steal random paper. Too long. She got major. Fuck you, hater. I got shit popping like I'm almost there. Cash, yeah. Cash, yeah. I got shit popping like I'm almost there. Won't be long now. Oh, bitch, I'm on now. On now. Gone now. I got hitter too. I get money too. I don't fuck with you. I'm a lonely guy, ain't myself and I kill him every time. I get shit drilling like I'm about to build a bitch. Play with someone, say, house up on the hill, acres on the way, yeah, acres on the way, yeah. I've been 100 like I've been 100 like Franklin, praising the Lord and I'm thanking Him. Better days I used to pray for them. I've been to hell, used to live in a cell. I swear that light in the caves was dim. Savages and demons was raised with them. Witness murder before the age of 10. Rockin' with God and I'm cocking my arm. One of a kind, I be dropping in bombs. You can tell I'm the truth like you dropping a dime. I've been invested in stocks and them bonds. Get the gas like a blunt. Get it poppin' like a trunk. Always be honest, that's a buck. When you kick it to him like a punt, you can get it too. I am living proof. You can learn from me. Watch my interviews. Wasn't filling up. Thought about giving up. Had to shake it fast. Not like Mr. Cool. Always give it to him like they been approved. They ain't in our class like they skipping school. I got hitters too. Might get ready to do. Make a nigga pay like the rent is due. Ever since I was a young nigga, I was inspired to keep it real. I've been patient too long. Wait on my timing for me to steal random paper. She got major. Fuck you, hater. I got shit popping like I'm almost there. Cash, yeah. Cash, yeah. I got shit popping like I'm almost there. Won't be long now. Oh, bitch, I'm on now. On now. Gone now. Who bad? Been a mighty long time since I'm a Ray. How and two for giving me the right way. I've been working on me cause I know we late. Soon. I hear the murder shoot calling, feeling wounded, whoop will shoot through my veins. The same vein that it I wasn't all that I'm walking that old road. Short path, ought to be straggling while we were crossing, asking was it wrong? For any more souls in the wobble, and people inside the nation, they been talking, they claiming I'm aiming to be your successor. They said that my screaming your name wasn't helping. They hear me cry when I go live on the net, cause I feel you crying, I'm trying to reach you no better yet. You said it better, I'm doing my best. I'm so sick of people trying to take from a legacy. They never even believed in it. Yes, I'm a teacher, you gave me the key, so correct. I tell people to walk with me because I'm next to you. I guess the two you is silent, I'm being sarcastic. Cause who could be stupid enough to think I brought them this far to try to take it over? Wouldn't it make more sense to act like Malachi did not exist if it's a fake show? But I did opposite of that. I did everything in my power to show that I'm faithful. But that's my only mistake though, cause I did have to prove it. They knew it and they know that Omari is also true. He's not just faithful. Dr. York is innocent, case closed. I will never let go of that great road. Get my soul up the part for them gates closed. I'm forever, I told them that. Room. I won't be shy when you pop in that upper room. I've been standing right there with my hands in the air. I've been waiting to finally suck with you. I'm who bad. Been a mighty long time since I'm a Ray. How and two for giving me the right way. I've been working on me cause I know we late. Soon. I hear the murder shoot calling, feeling wounded, whoop will shoot through my veins. The same vein that it I wasn't all that I'm walking that long road. Short path, hard to be straggling while we were crossing, asking was it wrong? For any more souls in the wobble, and people inside the nation, they been talking, they claiming I'm aiming to be your successor. They said that my screaming your name wasn't helping. I've been doing what you told me, popping right knowledge, and not for my lonely now. It's a bunch of rappers steady coming out. Spoke your name, I was scared, so they shut me out. Blow your name in the air like a boom, boom, boom. Yeah, blow your name in man, too, for giving me the righteous way. I've been working on me cause I know we late. Soon. I hear the murder shoot calling, feeling wounded, whoop will shoot through my vein. The same vein that it all wasn't all that I'm walking that long road, short path. Hard if you straggler while we were crossing, asking was it wrong? For any more souls in the WAPO. The people inside the nation, they been talking, they claiming I'm aiming to be your successor. They said that my screaming your name wasn't helping. They hear me cry when I go live on the net, cause I feel you crying, I'm trying to reach you no better. Yeah, you said it better, I'm doing my best. I want you to be mindful of the time we had together. I want you to remember I won't be here for forever. Yeah, I know sometimes it feel like who we love will never leave us. But don't you take for granted not one second while they here. Some say that I'm an angel. Some say that I'm a devil. Yeah. Some say that I'm a demon. Some say that I'm a rebel. Ooh, I say that I'm a ripple in the river, a shiver in the summer, a bottle on that table of a Sunday dinner. I'm your very first splinter, a yes for that proposal and a no to I love you even though I don't know you. And I want you to be mindful of the time we had together. I want you to remember I won't be here for forever. Yeah, I know sometimes it feel like who we love will never leave us. But don't you take for granted not one second while they here. Some say that I'm impossible. How did I occur? Am I really this anomaly? Am I still worthy of your compassion if I don't believe in what you believe? Unconditional. Is it possible you could love me for me? Cause I'm a symbol in a symphony, a minute of the hour. A Chevy on the north side, black and white power. And I hope that I will see you on the other side, purified. Everybody's a sinner, we live and die, which is why I want you to be mindful of the time we had together. I want you to remember I won't be here for forever. Yeah, I know sometimes it feel like who we love will never leave us. But don't you take for granted not one second while they here. Oh, so you see me in my church shoes. Now you know what it feel to be like me. Well, should've asked me, I would've told you. So, everybody's a lot to lean on me. So when you see me with my shoulders, take a second before you come for me. Yeah. Just cause I'm the chosen one, that don't mean that I want to be. I'm from far away, right? I was never like these niggas, they don't play right. Mama, they don't like me. I just wanna play, why they always trying to fight me? Why I gotta toughen up, I'm not supposed to like pink. Why I look divine then? Why it's hard to find friends, but I'm just like fine then. All good on my end, for the record, pink fire. No, I'm not no weak guy. I can't vibe out the India, Ari and Tink. Why? I'ma tell you straight up to your face without the wink. I gave my life to God a long time ago, I can't die. Cage bird finally broke away. I spread my wings fly. Even when they lock me down, I pop the sound to sing. Why? I don't know. I just know it's my time to rise and flow. They be trying to size me though. Hoping that'll help them try to box me glow. Like you see me in my church shoes. Now you know what it feel to be like me. Well, should've asked me, I would've told you. Everybody's a lot to lean on me. So when you see me with my shoulders, take a second before you come for me. Yeah. Just cause I'm the chosen one, that don't mean that I want to be. You feel me? How about you see me in these church shoes and you think you know me, huh? You could just ask me, I would've told you. You should've asked me, I would've showed you. Can't know what it feel to be like me. Yeah, keep that. I ain't gon' cap it, I got me some records, I got me some money, gang. I'm about that action, I'm making shit happen, get fucked by that money, gang.
Long as my niggas is with me when shit get to flipping and jumping, gang. Mama, look at what your son became. I promise I wouldn't let that money change me. I had a plan to go big on bitches, this a mission, bitch. I never wanted fame. Stayed up late night till the sun recame. The tunnel vision, I would concentrate. Hailstorm, hurricane, blizzard, name a struggle. I've been through tons of rain. Well, we're empty and the fun would drain. I still would lifting up my arms and thank them. I ain't gonna play with you niggas, I'm with what you with if you want it, gang. Yeah. Look how the table turned, I could DJ, I learned I'm with the drama gang. Yeah. Sitting there with you like fuck it, let hit them, then we had to pump and change. Yeah. We ain't never going back to them days. We ain't never going back to them ways. She on my phone, she like, Faye, what you want? Look like shawty done came around. Yeah, I'm on another one. Fuck is you thinking about? This shit it changed around me. Yeah, I'm in the stratosphere, chatting with spirits. I got the angel around me. Water dripping off my chain, I'm drowning. Threw a signal and they came to found me. Most niggas never scared. Death inside his eye told a nigga move around. Early morning hit the ground, listen to my heartbeat, such a soothing sound. Torchbearer, get them tools around me. Real woke, you can't snooze around me. Drake down, you see them jewels around me. You see that ornament booming round me. Yeah, I ain't gon' cap it, I got me some records, I got me some money, gang. I'm about that action, I'm making shit happen. Get fuck by that money, gang. Yeah. Long as my niggas is with me when shit get to flipping and jumping, gang. Mama, look at what your son became. I promise I wouldn't let that money change me. I ain't gon' cap it, I got me some records, I got me some money, gang. I'm about that action, I'm making shit happen. Get fuck by that money, gang. Long as my niggas is with me when shit get to flipping and jumping, gang. Mama, look at what your son became. I promise I wouldn't let that money change me. He be all about, he be all about, he be all about some bread, yeah, some money. That's why everybody acting funny. Credit cards on max, bro nigga get slammed, rich nigga get loved on it. Drug money and some blood on it, black hoodie, no hugs on it. You want it, do you? Hood rich in the cash. Now, yeah, hood rich in the cash. Yeah, wow, he made it big, he made it huge, he made a profit, he made the news now. You wanna be him, he made a you. She wanna have some babies and raise them just like dude. When them taxes come through, you gon' lose your friends. Y'all been cool to elementary school. Anywho, god damn, came out together the sandbar. First time he's a lamb chop. Now he feeling like the man, huh? Bought a Glock, now he Hancock. Stop. It's just about some paper, it's just about some number. How did it turn you niggas into zombie? Crab epidemic, but what about the money? Crab epidemic, yeah, what about the money? He had him a vision, he dug out a tunnel, came back with a city. He struck out for none. Used to want to be Jackie Robinson, but now he Jackie Robinson. If he come around that corner, it'll be about the bread. She got no money, so she got to spread her legs. She said her nigga pay for what she led, but she rather sneak out instead. She leave out the window, she come back late. Go to the bathroom, left her phone. She got a text, now he about to check. Is on. He seeing red. Caught him a hash. Snap back to reality. Somebody wound up dead. Somebody locked up. And get what? She went out and found a new bed. Cause she ain't got no money, so she gotta spread her legs. She said, it be how it be, I just speak out and say it. It be how it be, I just speak out and say it. It be about some bread, yeah, some money. That's why everybody acting funny. Credit cards on max. Bro nigga get slammed, rich nigga get logged on it. Drug money and some blood on it. Black hoodie, no hugs on it. You want it, hood rich in the cash. Nah, yeah, hood rich in the cash. Me out, wow, he made it big, he made it huge, he made a hair did, nails done, but she won't come outside. Brand new F-1, black and butter pecans to match the butt of the gun. Yeah, wait till the guys see this. I fucked up my bank account, cracking but on rich. Big old middle finger out, flashing for the pig. Fuck 'em. Hey, post me up right quick. Post me up right quick. Hey, post me up right quick. Hey, get the money too, right here. Yeah, flex. Whoa, come up out that. Come up out that. Yeah, I need that. Give me that, yeah. You already know, yeah. All right. Hey, yeah, yeah. money. That's why everybody acting funny. Credit cards